everybody! Welcome to another episode of Fourever Rivals. The weeks are flying through. Hey, we're getting close at the finals. Well, not you guys. Not Richmond and Esther. They're getting nowhere near the fucking finals, man. Jesus. That's, man, I don't know what's going on there. Actually, Richmond played pretty good, man. I'm going to have to give you, we'll talk about that. We'll give you a bit of kudos there. They actually did not bad. They seem to be matching up well against us, aren't they, Liam?
Yeah, look, mate, we do like a good match against Carlton, don't we? Unfortunately, we just don't like winning them at the moment.
Look, it's unfair because we had an extra player. We had Lynch on our side, so it's a bit unfair that.
Well, I was going to say that, yeah. I mean, yeah, it was 24 versus 22, so.
Yeah, well, I mean, what can you do? But you did have the umpires on your side with a couple of those shit decisions right at the end. So.
We will talk about them for sure. We will talk about them, yeah.
How you been anyway?
Cold, mate. It's a bit too cold, isn't it? You know,
it's freezing, man.
Yeah, sick of all this losing, mate. Even got up nice and early to watch the Socceroos lose, so that was a bit of a butt pain as well.
Yeah, they're done too. They are done. They are done. Manny.
Evening, Rocco. It's a good time to be a Collingwood and Carlton supporter. I can tell you right now. Good evening to the chat. Matula was out. Matula was she was Rocky Balboa with the gloves on, and she has knocked poor Marco, knocked him completely off his feet. Good evening to the chat. I can tell you right now, the AFL are licking their lips because they're looking at what they've decided to do is add this additional 9th and 10th position, and they've got two of the biggest clubs who are, I reckon they're going to be playing finals football this year. The way things are going at the moment, I don't want to jinx Collingwood. I don't want to jinx Carlton, but I can tell you, if Carlton and Collingwood play in the final this year, it's going to be bigger than whatever the grand final will be. I can tell you that right now, and I can put I'll put my signature on it. But good evening to the chat, and we'll talk about it a little bit later. But Marco, I want to say welcome, credit to you, my friend, because you guys are every week are getting smacked hard. There's Ron Jeremy. Ron Jeremy is just giving it to you hard. That's what's going on with Essen at the moment. But you still got a smile on your face, mate. Good evening. How are you?
Yeah, thanks, Matty. Good evening, boys. Good evening, boys, in the chat. Yeah, we are getting close to the finals now, aren't we, Rocco? It's good to see that. What's about 7 weeks, 8 weeks to go?
I think there's 7 weeks.
Yeah, that's it. Look, there's no guarantees. I know that you guys are probably fighting or contending to make the top 10, but there's no guarantees in football these days, boys. So don't get too cocky at this stage, Manny, about making finals and the AFL licking their lips, mate, because they might be licking their wounds at the end of it. So good evening.
At least we got a chance there, mate. At least we got a chance, man. At least we got a chance. That's what life's about, mate. Life's about giving yourself a fighting chance. And you've got no fighting chance at all.
Statistically, now you cannot make it.
No, now you really can't make it now. That's the truth. Even if you win every game. Hello to the chat. We got all the chat in there, and just quickly, we got Rocco Moro evening. And everyone, can we just say happy birthday to Rocco Moro? Everyone say, can everyone in the chat just give Rocco Moro a big happy birthday, mate? How you going? Love him all the way from Perth. Happy birthday, mate.
Birthday?
Happy birthday.
There you go, man.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Oh, we got Peter in there, 6 and 7 wins in a row. Yes. And just escaping the Tigers clutch with T. Lynch's help. I like it. Enzo Valentino, how are you, mate? Do you think now Mark will finally admit Essen and the shit? Just trust me, man. He knows that it's deep in the heart, deep in the heart. We got, of course, Bojack. Oh, yes, we said it. Happy birthday to the great man. Jacana. Jay's always in there. Gokhan. Don't we love Gokhan all the way from the Sporting Globe? What a great man. We got our favourite AI. Hello, chat Rocco. I missed Monday banter and Blue Sunday this week. Getting ready for tonight. Oh, Monday banter. How good was that? That's the new massive show. Oh, we've got our favourite. Hello, chat. And the start of the show. Stay strong, Mark. Only 7 more weeks to go until this nightmare ends, mate. And can I just say, next Tuesday might be a special lady on the couch. I wonder who it could be.
Wow.
Could be one of my favorite. It could be one of my favorite Greeks. Good day, everyone. Chris Mast, I suppose it is. And then who else? We got anyone new here? Lone Wolf's always in there. Rocco Moro, he says it's, mate, the Windies cap has to come out, and it has come out because there's no more Essendon cap, but the Windies cap has to come out. Didn't Australia absolutely punish the Windies last week?
Yeah, they did. Hey, Rocco, sorry, buddy, but
in the final, he won the final.
Lone Wolf has kind enough to give us $5, and I think he's.
I'm getting there, mate. I'm getting there, mate.
Bad for Liam. Feeling bad for Liam. That's all.
Yeah. I'm getting there, mate. I'm getting there. Whenever you want to run the show, you can, right? But you get all the equipment. You get the controllers.
Sorry, bud. You were going a little bit backwards. That's all. I'm
not going backwards. I'm going through the chat quickly. We got Joanne always there. Lynch was BOG for Carlton, I think. Mate, those misses. We're going to talk about that. George Woggy, Essendon copying it harder than Bonnie Blues box. Jesus Christ.
That's pretty brutal.
Yeah, he agrees, man. We're going to be there. And you're right. We have got, thank you very much, Lone Wolf and $5. Don't feel bad, Liam. Could have been worse for you. At least the wooden spoon isn't coming your way. That is going Mark's way.
That's what I mean, mate. Essendon's my new second favourite team because they actually make us look not too bad. Or not as bad as we are, you know?
Yeah, true.
So I've got some support for Essendon.
Yes, 1988 was the last time Carlton and Collingwood played in a final. It was a qualifying final, and Carlton won. That was the last time that we played in a final. Is that amazing?
Is it 40 years? Nearly 40 years. Wow.
Yep.
That's a long time.
Yeah, fucking oath, man. Everything's long in our world. Hey guys, everyone in the chat. Oz, Matula. We got Carl's always there. We just look, happy birthday, man. What are you giving up about, man? You should be excited that it's your birthday, man. It's cool, man. Relax. It's your birthday. Icebreakers in there. Oh, that's you. Who else? We got anyone new? So we'll go through. I'm just trying to get the new ones here. Essendon is in never-ending black hole. It does seem like that, like the black hole. You know, when you enter a black hole, you can't get out. That's what happens.
Be careful. You got to be careful when you say that, Rocco, because over the years in life, some of those black holes might be okay. So we've got to sort of specify where we're going here with that. Okay, you've got to be very careful. Yeah,
they're never okay, mate. It don't matter if it's a black hole on Earth or a black hole in the sky. Once you get in there, it's never the same, man, and you're always broke. Regardless, just sucks everything out of you, man. And we got Lana.
There is any West Indian cricket supporters out there. Second test was a match drawn. So West Indies lead 1-0 against Sri Lanka in the test. So just a bit of sporting trivia there for you West Indian fans that are around.
All right. If there is any out there, I'm sure bloody Brian Laren and fucking Michael Holding and Biff Richards, they're all watching.
Good. Well, this is
we support our own country, Marco. We don't support other countries, man.
But this is the way Mark can get off the subject of the Essendon Football Club. He was talking about
that's it. He gave himself a win there. See that? He gave himself a win. All right. Before we go on, of course, thank you to our great supporter and sponsor, Top Dog Liquor with Lyndon Hosking, mate, just punching his way through life. Get down there, go down there and go down to the British and American and check him out. And if you're wondering where his other stores are, can I hear something? What can I hear?
Boozy and bold, Top Dog Liquor. Boozy and bold, top deals, top booze. We have everything you choose. Iron Bar, Heathcote, Strathdale, White Hills. Top Dog Liquor. Get a little punch.
Get a little
down there. He's got some great specials down there. Trust me, man. He's got the big one, man. It's it's 15% bourbon and Coke. It's got 6 standard drinks in one can, mate. That's all you need, mate. I forget which one it is, but get down there and he'll help you out. Here we go. AI records heard is a shining light to lead Essendon out of this hole. I'm telling you.
Possibly.
We'll be talking about that. We'll be talking about. Yes. So,
that's what I heard.
All right. Let's get into this because there are a few issues I want to get stuck into. So let's get into this one here. And before we do, don't worry, man. I won, but I lost the bet. And I'll be singing the Richmond theme song, and I've got my chili here ready to eat. Look at this thing here, mate.
Hot chili woman.
I don't fuck around, man. So I'll sing the song 100%, man, at the end of the show, man. But you know what? I don't mind doing this. If you win and still got to... I still won. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, we still got the 4 points. So for me to sing it, it's not as bad as losing and singing it. So, but I'll do it, man. Here it is there. Bell, this one's hot, man. Trust me.
Well, I'll tell you what, Rocco, if you're going to have an off game and still end up winning, you take it. And you think to yourself, you know 100%. What? We've had one off game. We've had now, 7 in a row. So we move forward now. And I think, who have you got this week?
We have got Hawthorn. Yeah,
Hawthorn, and then you've got the game that's going to pull, I reckon, over 100,000 at the G.
Especially if we somehow win this week, and you guys have got North Melbourne. Even if we don't, I think it's still going to be a huge crowd next week. It's going to be huge. Yeah. Everyone's anticipating it now. Like, really, I think even people, the Carlton supporters they're talking about the Collingwood game and they're just forgetting about the Hawthorn game. So it's going to be huge, man. Next 3 or 4 weeks for Carlton is huge, man. It's huge, man. If we can pull off a couple of wins there, in the next 3 or 4 weeks, then I think finals are a real chance. So, but we'll see this week. We've got Hawthorn, so we'll talk about that in a sec, but that's going to be huge, man. All right, let's start with, so we'll talk about, first of all, we'll start with the Collingwood game. There was a bit of a drama with Maynard and Ben Long. Bit of stuff going on there. Umpire contact also, that's been now a talking point about the umpire contact and that. So I'll start with you guys. I mean, Manny's, it was your game, and Liam, you know a bit about this, so I'll get you guys to start this off.
Oh, look, I think it's fair to say that it's a tough game, and Maynard's certainly a tough defender, and he's not afraid to get in there and throw himself in the tough, when the challenges are there. But I think it was a bit of dirty play, for Long to come through the way he did and to smack him in the ribs the way he did. It was, I think it was done, it just wasn't right, and this is, we want to talk about, protecting the players, and we want to talk about, that, an injury can happen while they're playing, but then to sustain an injury that way, all right. Now, I don't know whether he's ended up. Do we know? Did he end up breaking a rib? Did he end up fracturing a rib? Did he end up? But let's just say that through that he ended up breaking a couple of ribs. I mean, this is where, this is where the AFL needs to really, really hit hard, because we're talking about protecting players. If we're going into a challenge and we get hurt, that's different. But to do it that way, it's dirty play. And of course, Maynard is not afraid to sit there and say, you know what, do you want to play this? That's fine. And he did get a little bit frustrated. And of course, when you get upset, you get angry, sometimes you sort of lose focus of what's going on in front of you. And to be fair to Maynard, and this is not me sticking up for Maynard, but I think he, I don't think he knew that if an umpire was in front of him or one of his players was in front of him, as far as you could see it, he was just aiming at one target, and that was Ben Long. And of course, it all got into the way it got into. But I don't know. What do you reckon there, young Liam?
Yeah, look, yeah, obviously, I didn't catch this game live, but I obviously went back, watched this bit. Yeah, look, it's pretty stupid. I think kind of what you said, like, as much as we're trying to get certain acts out of the game, that's sort of an unnecessary act that we don't really want to see. That was stupid by Ben Long. Didn't need to do it. Could have broken a guy's ribs. Might have done. I couldn't definitively find that in the quick search as did Ben. But yeah, look, that's the sort of stuff we don't want to see. Like you said, we understand. We get into it. We get emotional. I did think it was stupid when they said in the tribunal that Maynard contributed to it. I was like, well, he didn't run and smack himself into the ground. So I don't really see how he's contributed to it. That's a stupid reasoning. I think the bigger problem here was more about the umpire contact as well. Him and Took Miller both escaped with fines, which was interesting. They've been hammering on, particularly the last month, about umpire contact being a really serious issue. They both got stuck right in with them. Whether intentional or not, I don't know. But they made pretty serious contact with the umpire, and they just escape with a fine. So yeah, look, honestly, it's a bit of a mess how they've handled it, as it always is the case with the AFL. They don't make the best decisions under pressure. So I'm interested to see what happens with it. But yeah, I think Ben Long, that's the kind of act we don't want to see. It's stupid. We should get it out of the game. But then I'd also argue the fact, like, thinking back to our game, it was in front of where I was sitting, right on quarter time, when Sam Walsh ran in and clipped Alga from behind. We don't really want to see that, but that was a free kick, which I think is fair. Do we want to see a suspension for what Ben Long did? I was kind of like, I don't know. I was like, is that worth 2 weeks? I don't know. What do you guys think? Is it a suspendable act, or is it just like, that was stupid, that's a free kick? Where do we stand on it?
Sorry, Rocco, before you say what you want to say, do you think that after the game, when both Maynard and Long, they sort of spoke after the game, it was sort of like a, all right, friendly fire type of thing? Do you reckon that may have played an influential decision in regards to whether the AFL could have maybe gone harder? But the fact that they, it was tough. It happened what happened, and then all of a sudden it was, I don't know. Just what do you guys think?
Oh, that's a good question. I get what you mean. They've looked at that as like they've moved on, but I'd counter argue that, saying if I go out there and punch a bloke on the street now, and then but I've apologized and we've made up and we're friends again, they're still going to be like, yeah, but you've punched a bloke. So that's where I see it. Long has still chose to bump him. They've chose to suspend him. They're not going to be like, oh well, they apologized there to chat at the end of the game. Yeah. So I do understand what you're saying, but that would be my counter argument to that.
Well, in football, but like, you got to understand, you're playing a game, so there's going to be contact. You got like white line feet. It's not like you're walking down the street and you punch someone in the guts for no reason, right? This is football. It's going to happen. You're trying to get into someone's head. You know what I mean? You're trying to be tough. You know what I mean? They know it. They know it. Like anyone that gets upset of what happens on the field, I mean, you got to check yourself a little bit, man. It's on the field, man, that these things happen. Unless it's like a king hit from behind or something, and then you go think, was this a little bit too far? Look, they went in, man. He went in to hurt him. Like, he went in to hurt him. He knew what he was doing. They went in. They saw it. He took the opportunity. What did it do at the end of the day? Not much. Collingwood still end up winning the game. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I'm still for it, but if it's really a dirty act, yeah, you should get everything you deserve. I mean, we don't need dirty acts on the field, yeah. But if it's tough, you know, like it's happening a lot now during, you know, quarter time, and that they're starting to get into scuffles. You know what I mean? Trying to get into each other's head. We don't want to lose that. I want to see a bit of that still. I want to see my team get angry. Like Walsh, what Walsh did was, it was stupid because he gave away a free kick and a goal, right? It was stupid, but he was frustrated. He took out his frustration, you know what I mean? So, and with Mark, and then we could talk about umpire contact if you want.
Yeah, well, that was my concern, the umpire contact. Now, don't they actually give the team a free kick, the opposition team a free kick if you hit the umpire or if you touch the umpire, whatever the case may be? That's what I've noticed a lot. Well, if you contact an umpire, whether they're throwing the ball up and then someone backs into them, whatever the case may be, it was a free kick to the opposition. That's what I noticed the last 3 or 4 weeks, what was happening. So was there a free kick given to Gold Coast for Maynard hitting the umpire or bumping into the umpire? Or that's what I was. Yeah, was it at halftime, the incident, or was it during the game? Or
Yeah, no, it was at the halftime.
It was at halftime. Okay, well then obviously there was no free kick. Yeah, look, I look personally with Maynard. I reckon Maynard's a thug, to be quite honest. He's a real thug, that player, mate. So you know you can be hard and tough as a player, but I think he's a bit of a thug, mate. So, but for player contact on the umpire, I thought they would give a free kick to the opposition team. So don't know where that's gone.
So do you want to get rid of the thugs? Because you're going to get rid of the thugs. You want to get rid of the thugs. We might as well we might as well think about maybe watching maybe a game of netball, because I can tell you right now,
well, you can be tough and hard.
History will show you that a lot of teams that have thugs tend to be the ones that do a lot better than the teams that don't have thugs.
Like I said, you can be tough and aggressive at the ball, but he gets away with a lot of shit, that guy, mate. Honestly, he should have been suspended a few years ago, mate. For some reason, I don't know what it is, but he seems to be getting away with a lot of stuff that he's done on the field, mate. So I believe he's a bit of a thug of a player.
Maybe he's the Lionel Messi. Maybe he's the Lionel Messi of the AFL. He can get away with certain things. Who knows?
I believe he does, mate, because he should have at least been suspended a few times and fined heavily for a few times. So did he just get a fine for contact the umpire? Is that what he just received?
$5,000 fine. That's all.
Right? 5,000.
Yeah.
Do we agree with that?
And I think the team also got a fine.
Umpire contact. You fucking serious? Honestly, that's the way it's becoming now. $5,000 to a player is ridiculous, man. If you're going to hit an umpire, then you might as well hit him right. You know what I mean? And get a $5,000 fine for it. So,
but I don't want to stand up for Maynard because he is a bit of a thug, right? But he's a necessary thug. We talk about this in our team, that we haven't got enough CUNTs in the club. You know, we need someone who's going to come in, man, and punch on and push and be aggressive. You need one or two. So, as much as I fucking hate Maynard and Collingwood, I respect what Maynard does, right? He's that enforcer. They know. He knows. He goes in. He actually admitted that he's been, well, I think he did a little bit of an interview and he said, I saw something where he says, look, he pretty much said, like, I give it, I cop it back. It is what it is, you know. With the umpire contact, I reckon this is getting out of hand now, right? This is very true, but you got to ask free question. Was it incidental? Then if it was a reckless? If yes, then what is the gravity of the injury caused by the contact? I totally agree, because now what they're doing is free kicks and that, like you're accidentally running into an umpire and they give you a free kick. I mean, they've got to use some common sense now, don't they? Like if you accidentally run into an umpire because you're focused on the game, how can you be penalised for that? I mean, sometimes I know that the umpire sometimes runs in the wrong position. I know what they do, especially for a ball up. They tell you that you got to keep my back clear so I can run back, right? Which is fair enough, right? But if there's an incidental contact, are we serious now? Like, what are we doing here? I don't agree with it. But if there was a, like if someone pushes someone or pushes the umpire and that, yes, you can't be doing that. But I don't know about this. A $5,000 fine. What I saw was incidental. Like he didn't go. It's, you know what it's like? I'll give you an example. You ever seen two dogs fight? Right? I've had my dogs fight, and I've had put my hand in there to grab it out, and the dog's bit me, right? Not because it wanted to bite me. It's my dog. My dog would never bite me. I stick my hand in my dog's mouth, and it stays with its mouth open. It won't press down. It will never bite me. But in that moment, right, Maynard, what I saw, he didn't mean to hit him.
Yeah,
like the umpires shouldn't even be in there trying to fucking stop this, first of all, right? Just keep out of it. Yeah, let them do what they do and then fine them later on. So to me, I don't know about the fine.
So that's where the argument comes in. I mean, I don't know if you guys watch, but I can see someone in the comments has, but Razor Ray does his segment on 360, and the argument was kind of like, well, the umpire shouldn't be there. Why is the umpire in the middle of the scrap?
Correct.
Like he's got hit because he was somewhere he shouldn't be. Yeah. Whereas obviously, Razor's obviously gone to defend the umpires and say, no, we shouldn't be subject to that. Go have a look at other incidents. There's another one in the VFL which I haven't watched, but I think it happened this weekend as well. But but he's saying that, look, no, umpires aren't subject to that sort of thing. We don't go out there to get hit by players, incidental or not. He's not on, and he was, I think he even called it laughable, the $5,000 fine. He reckons it should be more. And like what they've been saying, like the clubs should be paying for it. So I think we spoke about it the other week. Like if there's 5 separate incidences in the season, the club has to pay a $20,000 fine or a $30,000 fine. But again. So that's why this one's sticky, because I'm with Rocco. Maynard wasn't going in there to smack the umpire. He was going in there to smack Ben Long. And like you said, that he is that kind of player. I don't mind Maynard. I like him. He's a good player. He's one of the only Collingwood players I tolerate, to be honest. But it's an interesting argument of, do we want to see something like that where he was incidental, or are we going to start protecting the umpires? It's an interesting argument.
You've got to use umpires don't use common fucking sense sometimes. It's actually, when they say common sense, it's not so common. And it's so true in the umpiring.
The AFL. No.
They don't fucking use it, man. Like, seriously, man. Like, it's this hard game that they go in and these blokes, as soon as you touch them, I'm going to give you a fine and that. Like, relax, but you want to be part of the game. Because they get involved in shit they shouldn't get involved in. Like, if you get accidentally touched, so be it. With the Walsh incident, just quickly, with the Walsh incident, sorry, I'll just go this and then you can say, with the Walsh incident, no, this is absolutely correct. You know why? Not that I agree with it, Liam. They're the ones that put it on the fucking agenda. They're the ones that said.
We know what umpires like with rules.
But no, I know, and I'm not saying that I would agree with that, but they're the ones that put this on the fucking agenda. The umpires and the AFL have put this on their agenda, that if you rub someone's hair, right, it's called fucking, what is it? It's bloody intimidation, whatever
it's
they
the
want.
Taunting rule, I think it is.
The taunting rule. All right. So
rule.
What I'm saying is they put it on the agenda, right, and then they just forget about it. right? Don't get me wrong, Liam. That was a free kick and you deserved the goal, right? I'm not saying that. But I saw that and I go, that should be reversed. You're the one that said it. We never agreed to it. You've agreed. What happened to that now? What happened to it? They've just forgotten about it. Just like they'll forget about the next fucking rule. You know what I mean? So you're right. You're right, Trevor, about that, but I don't agree with it. Don't get me wrong. Don't think I'm saying that it should have been done, but you're the one that fucking put it on the agenda, you pricks, man. And now you just forgotten about it because you know why? It's not the flavour of the week this week. What's the flavour of the week this week? I bet you they have a fucking meeting every week to say, what's the flavour of the week this week? What are we going to concentrate on this week? Sorry, Mark, I had my little rant there.
No, we just went off track there, mate. But, I was going to say what your opinion is, Rocco, when the umpire, throws the ball up and he says behind him to clear away and the ball goes in that facility, right? And the player does have, make contact with the umpire. Should it really be a free kick? Or should it be just, sorry, mate, got in your way, and move on? Because, again, we're talking about...
I believe that's what should happen. You're going to try to avoid him, right? You're going to try to avoid him. But if the ball goes there, you instinctively will go towards the ball.
Correct.
Right? And you might run into him. But for that, I think they will get a free kick or a fine, whatever it happens. So...
Well, if you're getting a free kick, that's where, it's really crucial, especially if it's in the forward line and you get a free kick because of something like that. You know what I mean? It's just we've got to just let it go and just say, look, if it's not intentional, then just let it go, mate. Apologise and move on or get a fine maybe, possibly. But a free kick, it's just way too heavy, mate. It's ridiculous, man. Honestly, what are the players meant to do? Swerve around him. You know what I mean? Maybe put a buzzer, electric fence around the umpire, so when you go close to him, it gives you a shock or something, so you don't get close to the umpire.
Earlier on, Marco, were you saying that the fine that Maynard copped was not justifiable, that he should have been fined a lot more? Is that what you're saying? Because right now you've turned things around.
If the umpire contact, then it should have been a lot more, mate. Because if they're going to make a stamp out of it, Manny.
But you're contradicting yourself now. You're contradicting yourself.
I'm just trying to say, like, you either make it severe or you just don't do it at all. To me, I personally believe you let it go, right? Why give a fine of $5,000? It should be more then to make it clear, to make it more clearer. Yeah.
But didn't you say that, where sometimes the umpire might get in the way? So... you're contradicting yourself.
Well,
it's either
different. There was some form of an aggression there, Manny. Like it was like the players directly gone to another player, opposition player. So there could be a little bit. But there was. I'm talking about. He didn't intentionally do it, but there was a bit of aggressiveness there towards the umpire. Like you're pushing somebody while you're pissed off, mate. You know what I mean? That's a little bit different. I'm just talking about in general play. If it's an accident where you accidentally get pushed onto the umpire. The free kick is too heavy. It's too heavy, mate.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. Yeah, I think it's hard to compare your example compared to the Maynard thing.
Correct.
I do get what you mean. It's in a game. If the ball goes that way and the umpire gets in the way, instinctively as a player, you're going to go after the ball. If the umpire gets in the way, that's his. It's not that it's his fault, but it's more. Why should I be penalised? Because I'm playing the game. My job is to go get the football.
That's
and
right.
now I get a free kick against. I disagree.
Well,
but with the Maynard one, no, you go, Manny. Yeah.
No, I was just going to say because Scotty Tompkins turned around and said about facts, but can I tell you that you'd love to have the Dominator back playing for the Carlton Football Club, because that era where you had those tough players is when you were getting the best results. So, and that's the game. The game needs to have that toughness in it. It needs to have it. You need to have it. You get rid of it, and then it doesn't become a game. It just doesn't no longer become a game. Yeah, it's not. AFL is about going in there tough. The tackles need to be hard, and that's simple as that. So,
I think he was talking about facts because I don't know if this is true what he said, but go back and watch the Carlton runner when Milburn knocked out Sauce. Right, that was Maynard's dad. Exact same body language, facial expressions as his son, but actually scary. He was going to kill Milburn. Is that true that was if that was Milburn's dad? I don't know about that. Like,
I don't know what that is.
Oh,
I don't know. That's an interesting fact.
yeah. Well, there you go. That's,
Going on facts, I've got a few facts for this evening as well, boys. If you want to listen to some.
Fucking hell! Not Essendon has had the biggest crowd in fucking 5 billion
Going on
years.
crowds, there is a fact. You know, when your team's losing and your supporters leave early, you know who the fastest the fastest supporters that leave the game early? You know who's number one?
Collingwood.
North Melbourne. You know who's number two?
Collingwood.
Spot on. You know who's number 4?
Carlton.
Spot on.
Where do you get this fact from?
That's a fact.
From where?
When your team is losing, you
I love
guys
this one.
I want to see your sources here.
You leave early, you piss off early because we're losing. Collingwood number 2, mate. Fuck,
But you know why though, Mark? But Mark, you know why though? Mark, that's fine, Mark. But do you know why though? Because we get the supporters and they go and watch the games. So you guys don't have any supporters watching the game. So therefore, even if you guys are losing, there's nobody leaving the stadium.
Melbourne have got half the supporters that Essendon have got, but they're number 1. So I'm not saying that you guys are number 1. So that theory goes out the fucking door there, Manny. What I'm saying is that your supporters tend to leave the game early if you're losing and use a number 2. So that is a fact, boys.
Yeah, but did you hear what I said?
Oh, listen, man, can you just give us, from now on, when you give us a fact, I want the sources, right?
Okay.
I want where you got that from.
And we're 6th. Okay, so
I want to know where you got that from, because that could be from fucking Joe Blow down the road. He puts an Instagram post up. What did you get it from? Champion data?
They're facts.
Where from?
It's called The Fact.
You're a fucking...
I'm going to have to make you provide like a reference list or something, mate. I don't know where these come from. I do have one interesting one as to why Essendon's maybe not up on that list.
I reckon Lana's got this. I'm calling bullshit, Mark.
Nah, it's spot on. If it was bullshit, I would have said Collingwood first, Carlton second, Richmond third.
No, because the way you did it sounds more believable. If you did that, but you've kind of added some other teams there, I don't know, man. Unless it's from champion data.
Adelaide's coming number 3. Carlton number 4.
Who tracks this? That's my question.
Who's the source? Where'd you get it from?
It's called The Fact.
But who's doing the fact? I'm going to start a page. I'm going to start a page called The Real Facts and just put up bullshit. Hey, Scotty's got a point here. Before you go on, Manny, Scotty's got a point here. You've got to have crowds at the games for people to leave early, Mark.
No, I've got a point about this.
I understand what you're saying. So you're saying that North Melbourne have got bigger crowds than what Collingwood and Carlton have, mate? Because they're number 1.
Hang on.
They're saying that Essendon have got no crowds.
No, they have got crowds. It's just they don't. When Essendon lose, we support. I know that's pretty bad anyway. No, 6 is pretty bad. So I'm not saying that, I'm happy with that. We're number 6. But, Collingwood sit at number 2. So it just tends to kind of prove to me that Collingwood are really a bunch of sore losers, mate. And
actually,
coming close to them as well.
Actually, Mark, you must be talking to your neighbour. What's his name? That top spot that lives next door to you, Luigi or Gino. Because I can tell you right now,
they're on
the
AFL.
The AFL has actually turned around and said that Essendon Bombers supporters are well known for heading for the exits during heavy defeats, which is even prompt league interventions. So you guys are number 1, and the other teams are miles to second and third. So the facts are you are your team is the worst, and that's what the fucking AFL.
Manny.
Last week, Kevin Sheedy did stop a couple.
I was going to say, that
This is
the
what I wanted to
reason
say.
your crowd isn't leaving is because you're getting people like Kevin Sheedy to stop people from leaving.
Correct.
They were
Correct.
getting up.
What's going on? Is that we're number 6 now. We're getting close to Carlton Collingwood, mate. So Kevin Sheedy's like, come on, guys.
And
That's
my
why
source-
you not leaving. They're stopping the crowd. They actually put up cordon security doors and blinds so people can't leave. People
My
want
source-
to leave.
is Swinburne University Research is the source. So I don't think that
that
Swinburne
partnered with us.
University Research would be providing false information.
Okay.
So there you go, Marco. You try to
Literally
get
see
away
them
with
come
it,
across.
but you know what's happened? Bum bum.
It's a true fact, boys.
There you go.
I'm
Jay
gonna-
just said
I'm gonna
he
ask
checked
them things
AI
like that.
and there is
AI?
no AI.
Who's AI?
He just checked AI and said there is no
AI,
AFL,
mate. He's a
AFL
chat,
team supporters that leave the league in early
Right.
departure.
Come on, Shane.
There
You
is
guys,
no-
you are all getting sucked into this GI, RSPCA.
What are
GB.
you doing? You're looking at a post called Facts.
Oh dear.
It was a
The Swinburne Illuminati. They're all facts,
Alumni.
no crap.
Gee, yeah, you're not Swinburne alumni, mate. Gee.
This has gone to shit, man. I'm telling you now, that was one of the weirdest things I've fucking seen. Sheedy should be in he should be in an old man's home there, like an old person's home, right? He's wearing a GWS scarf and he's stopping Essendon supporters trying to leave. That could be the weirdest thing I've seen all year. You have to admit it,
Yeah.
Mark. That was weird.
Yeah. It was quite surprising, mate.
That was fucking weird.
We're losing the plot, brother. Fucking get the
That's it. You're all like losing the plot. Like Kevin Sheedy's coming out. He's got like a different scarf on. Don't leave. You got to watch him. All right, listen. Before we go on, because this chat's gone into a completely different direction here. The Illuminati now. I reckon the AFL is quality. Is the Illuminati? Don't
Maybe
you worry
what
about
we
that.
should have every week, we should have a new segment called Mark's Facts.
All right.
Well, just
All right.
on that,
Done.
just on that.
From now on, everyone look for. I'm going to make a thing for it. Every week, we're going to have Mark's Fact of the Week.
Mark's Facts.
Oh,
All right, you like that? Mark's Fact of the Week.
oh, mate.
Well, just on that,
All right.
Rocco, you know when a team scores a goal and they start playing music? The song they're going to be playing for Essendon Football Club is Please Don't Go. Please don't go.
Don't go, baby. Please don't go.
That's the
Please don't go.
one.
There you go.
Oh, good.
Here
There
we
you
go.
go.
We got some names. We got some names for your new segment, right? Fact Mark Essendon is shit. Oh wait, we got here. We got one here. Mark's bullshit made up facts. Mark's air raid of the week. Anyone's got some name for the new segment? Let's get it out there.
Gotta get the boys going out there, guys. Come on, let's spruce it
Why
up.
don't we just call it Let's Help Mark?
Nah.
They reckon DraftKings he must live at Kittens, but he reckons he just bumped into Hurdy and Lloyd leaving Kittens.
Oh, not a
All
good
right, let's get into the next one.
Lloyd or
We did about while we're there, I just want to talk about that again. The arc. I know we go on about this every fucking week, but
Yeah.
all I want from them is to use it properly. You brought it in there, right? You brought it in there. All right, now we can't get away from it. We got Mark's Malakas,
Malakians.
Marco's Merda,
I like
Mark's
Marco.
blowing up facts, Mark's ass remarks. Here we go. We got here Mark's pointless fact of the week.
Hey.
Mark's bomber bullshit. Mark's what do we got here? Mark's Malacca. All right, so we got plenty of names to work with. Now the Carlton Richmond game. We'll talk about the actual game when we get onto it very shortly, right? But That decision at the end, seriously, what the fuck is going on, mate, with the ball going behind the line, right? When I was there, I looked at it and I said to Dylan, I go, no, that's a free kick because he didn't attempt. There was no pressure. He brought it out the second time. The first time, when I saw the replay, it's over by that much, right? It's over by that much, right? And what they decide to do is not call it such a close decision. They don't want to use the arc this time when they should be using it, right? And then the umpire from over there goes, oh, no. Didn't ask the umpire, hey, was that out? You know what I mean? Didn't say, just called straight away for free. Didn't ask the goal umpire anything. Not what I saw. Didn't say, let's go to the arc because it's that close, right? That's when you should be going, like, what's going on, man? Like, just use it properly, fuck. When they need to use it, they don't. When they don't need to use it, they use it, right? Like, it's a waste, this fucking arc. Yeah. Like, it's making everyone look like a fool. This is a dinky die now. This is just how do you say it, like a fucking shitty organisation. It's making our game look second rate now.
Yeah.
It's making it look unprofessional, isn't it, Rocco? It's not people out there to be. They're making decisions. They've got to make decisions. Was the ball out of bounds or something? Was it literally out of bounds?
So he's got it. And he went through the point post. He's holding it, and he's gone through the point post, right? Then he was holding it. He was holding it, and there was no call, and then he went through, right? Again, the second time. And then they said, oh, that's no attention or deliberate, whatever it is, right?
Deliberate.
And he got a free kick, and they kicked the goal, right?
Right, yes.
But the problem is, it was over the first time.
Yes.
And he knew it. He knew it was over the first time. But then when they didn't call it, he kind of went over again, like he wasn't sure what's going on. So that's exactly what happened in his brain. But the umpires are running this game, fuck, mate. He should have gone up. The umpire should have gone up and said, was that? Because then what he could have done was, let's go to the arc. If it wasn't over the first time, then give him the free kick. Right?
Oh, yeah.
But if it was, it's a point. It's a point. Oh, you can't go.
Yeah. Honestly, that's the comedy of a decision, really, isn't it? But honestly, it was a comedy. I was like, so you've missed the first thing. You didn't even notice that it happened the first time, and then you've gone back and called the wrong thing on the second time. How have you fucked that up? How does that happen? He went over the first time and you've done nothing, and then you ping him for it again. He's confused. We're confused. Obviously, I'm a little biased because we got a goal out of it, but still, like, I had to go and watch it back properly because it didn't come across as well at the ground. But once I went back and watched it, I was like, wait, so he was out of play, and then he went back in play, and then he went out again.
And if you notice,
when are you ever allowed to do that? Like,
and if you notice,
what are we doing here? What are we doing here? I don't know.
If you notice, Haynes did challenge it. He said it was over, and he goes, "Go to the arc," and they refused to do it. So you know when there's a touch, and the player goes, "I touched it," right? And they're not sure, they'll go to the arc, right, to make sure, right. In this situation, he's going, that was out, man. Go to the arc. I'm telling you, it was out, and they refused to do it. Now,
that's why I ask the question constantly. Why do we have the arc? Because when we use it, we don't use it properly. And in a situation where we actually needed it, we're not going to use it. That could have cost you guys a game. That's ridiculous.
For instance, won the game. Richmond would have won the game. What if Richmond would have won that game?
That's what I mean. Like,
that stadium would have blown up, mate. Right? Because it's ridiculous. And I keep on saying it's going to get to a stage where it's going to be a final, going to be a close game like what you guys had. And what if Richmond had won that game? There would have been bloody chaos.
It would have been the biggest story. It would have been the first thing we spoke about.
That's exactly. And this is different to say. And this is different to say when Carlton and Geelong and he kicked the ball and it was a goal. Remember that one there? That's different than that because two things. The umpire called it as a fucking point, and then that was it. And the second difference was it was right at the start of the game, right? If it's in the last minute, it just fucking, you know, magnifies it so much more, you know. But listen, they've got the fucking technology. Just use it properly, mate. Use it properly, man. The umpire hadn't even made a decision, and then you get this. It was just ridiculous. And that's not the only fucked up. Trust me, there was other fuck up decisions. You know what I mean? Like even some of those head high tackles, some that weren't picked. Like they're just making up stuff, man. Like I don't know. I don't even think they know anymore.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm reading Scotty's comment about how Lynch conned him out of conned the out of area umpire in the first place to get it. But my question again is, where's the umpire who's actually in the area watching this? Is there not a goal umpire right there to see this stuff?
He didn't say anything.
So... Is there not a boundary umpire right there to be watching it? I get what I understand what Scotty means, but how can the other two umpires miss it?
That's right.
What's going on with them?
Yeah,
they've got
others to make that decision for them. They've got all these score reviews and arts to make that decision for them. So they're not making that initial decision straight away because they're scared of what's going to happen. So,
but then they'll do other things, right? For example, right, along the boundary when it's deliberate or it's coming off the last player, they'll do a meeting. They'll have a conference there, you know. They'll have their little fucking get together. What do you think? What do you think? They might go to the bloody thing quickly. It takes fucking 10 or 15 seconds, but they'll do it, right? Yeah. In this situation, when it's a goal, they decide not to do it.
Yeah.
Like,
why don't they adopt the technology that they've used this year in the World Cup, where the actual ball has got sensors where they'll know exactly who was the last person that touched the ball. It can't be that hard.
Remember, they were trying that out, right? And then they scrapped it.
Right.
They were trying it out. They were trying it out in, I think, the VFLW, the AFLW, or maybe the reserves. I think it was the AFLW they were trying it out. And they had like the chip inside the ball, and then they could say if it was in or out, right? They did try, and then they scrapped it for some reason.
Why don't they have two more umpires, man? Honestly, they pay them pittance. They only do part-time. They don't work full-time, these umpires. So the AFL, I'm pretty sure, can afford a couple more extra part-time goal umpires. And I reckon that will eliminate all this bullshit, mate. I'm pretty sure you'd have your goal umpire, and we'll call them the behind umpires. I don't know. I reckon that's going to probably solve a lot more of these issues by going to the arc and going to the review. Two goal umpires, man. Simple.
That's an interesting. I don't know how I feel about that. What's the thing, Phil, about that? Another umpire, two goal umpires. I don't know.
Two goal umpires, mate.
It's different.
Way too many. We're going to have more umpires than players soon.
But that's okay, you know. It's just a secondary, very similar to the out of bounds concept. Quickly have a quick chat. No, mate, that ball was a point. That was a point. There. Problem solved. Fucking 1 point. Done. Simple.
Lou agrees with you. It was useless in the VFL. The only thing it was good for showing how the ball arcs into the goal. Yeah, so it wasn't working. More umpires, more people to collide into. That's very true. They scrapped it in the AFLW. Let me get this one up. Because it fucked up straight away, cost the game. There you go. I knew that they scrapped it.
Okay. Oh, so they've tried it before.
I don't know. The only technology that I think I like that's been working lately is the spike meter. What's that called? The fucking when it's
snicker.
Snicker.
Yeah.
That's the only one that works. That's the only one that I accept. Like if there's a snick, I can that actually works.
Yeah.
Right? But everything else, it's a hit or miss. Sometimes it works. Sometimes you haven't got good vision. You know, sometimes they don't use it. Sometimes they use it. You know what I mean? Like, if you're going to put it in, use it. Or else, just scrap it. And you know what? I'm now going to agree with Mark. Just scrap it and put another umpire. And just have them on. And just have them on either post.
Yep, that's it.
But all they do then is they watch their post.
Yep.
Oh, you never know. The AFL might pick up on this, Rocco. And before you know it, they'll have that another umpire.
What?
Mate, they won't pick up on nothing. They're too busy having their fucking coffee lattes there and their bloody scones, man, and deciding what's the rule of the week. Man, they've got to get rid of the umpiring department there. They've got to get rid of Andrew Dillon. They've got to get rid of Laura Kane. Sorry. They've got to go. All of them. They've made this game into a shambles in the last few years. They've made it into a shambles. They don't know how to run anything, man. What's this one? What's the best change they've made is the removal of the sub because no one fucking. Hey, that's a good rule they've done. About time they removed the sub rule. That's been the best thing now. Now you got 5 subs. Let's see. What was this rule? You didn't know when to use it. We're going to go. Then you put in a player. He only plays like 5 minutes. You know what I mean? They would do, you know, like a player would debut for his first game and only played 15 minutes. Like, it was the dumbest rule. I agree with Scotty there.
Oh, there we go.
100% there, Scotty.
We're all in agreement.
I like that.
Boom.
I'm just going to go see Jano for a second, all right?
There we go, man.
Where's he going?
He's off. He's off to go get some more facts here, I reckon.
All right, while we're there, then we'll talk about this, and then we can go on to the herd thing. But Richmond have
It's my team.
the axe on the high performance.
Well, he's departed. He's retired early.
This is another
Mr.
Voss
Ben
thing.
Purple.
This is another Voss thing, man. Oh yeah. He departed. Come on, mate.
Yeah,
Mate, you were talking about how bad.
Official statement from the club. But I tell you what, all the comments are the same as me. We're stoked. We're like, yeah, good riddance. He's been shit. We've been riddled with injuries because of him. We've been asking for his head, and I'm pretty sure. I don't know about you guys, but you don't really hear about a high-performance manager leaving before a season's finished unless something's going wrong. So yeah, it was an interesting bit of news this morning, but honestly, like I said, I called it out to you guys weeks ago. I think I wrote down all the names about the injuries and stuff, and like players coming back and then getting injured again. I was like, comes down to management. So clearly, the club has seen the light and has decided, actually, yeah, you are causing a bit of problem. You're not helping our players. You're not getting the best out of them. Move on. Thanks for your service. So, yeah, not much more I can add.
Are you happy with that? Because, man, you have been copping. I mean, it happened to us. You know what I mean? So, are you happy with it? They have been copping a lot of injuries. I mean, I don't know. You know, like forget about in-game injuries, but those soft tissues injuries and that. I mean, he's got to take responsibility for that.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. And time will obviously tell. I mean, if we get through to this time next season and we're still having the same repeat injuries with the same players, then maybe you ask the question again, or is it just the players? I don't know. But as I've said, it's been an ongoing problem for us for 3 or 4 years now. A decision needed to be made. We made it. I'm happy with it. It was the right call. We weren't getting the best out of our players, and he deserved to move on.
So who takes over now?
That's the only interesting bit. We're leaving it to the rest of the high performance staff for the rest of the season. I don't know if we've got a replacement yet. So in some ways, that's the only thing I kind of don't know about is we're going to go into the last 2 months of the season without a manager. That seems a risk in itself, but we'll see what happens.
So is that all you got? Manager Liam, is that all? Did you guys sack him or he resigned?
Nah, he's
Oh,
been
welcome back, Mark.
Well,
welcome back to the show,
I
mate.
think-
Welcome back.
like I said, I think the official statement is he moved
got
on,
sacked.
but nah, he's been sacked because
He's
he's been
been
crap.
sacked. Is there going to be more sackings? Do you believe in the Richmond Football Club at the moment, mate? Do you think there's going to be more towards the end of the year, Liam, or do you think he's going to be a performance manager there?
Yeah, look, there has been a bit of talk about potential coaches coming through. I think this was the one that absolutely needed to happen. So like I said, I'm really happy. Whether we make any more head coaching changes, there's some rumors about, but I can't give.
I mean, you
definitive
can't.
answer.
I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, it's your call. How many more years has he got? You know what? Well, that's a good segue into coaches because I actually got it wrong last week. I thought he was part of the process, but he's actually going to be in the process to go for the job. So
Wow.
that's the actual
Okay.
fact. So I saw a thing there. So I thought he was only going to be part of picking the coach. No, he's put himself in there.
Mhm.
But we'll start with you, Liam. Like how many more years has your coach got? The man who has got no valves in his. Oh, he has got a valve. Uze, is it? YZE.
He's a vowel, isn't it?
Yeah,
Pretty
he's
sure
about
AIOU.
Uze.
Yep.
Anyone that's
I
got
know my grammar.
two consonants and a vowel for a surname, I don't trust. But anyway, how many more years has he got?
So he expires at the end of next year.
All right, so he's got that. So this is where we were at, right? We were at, do you sack him at the end of the year and just start again, or do you give it one more chance? This is what you've got to decide, right? Because the record, regardless your young injuries and that, the way he's been played, the record is not good, man. The record is not good. 9 in whatever games, you know, like it's not
61.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not good.
No. Yeah. No. Look, I think he won't get sacked before the end of the season, but I do think if we may potentially make the call at the end of the season if someone becomes available. There's a few rumors going around at the moment again about Ken Hinkley being linked to the job, potentially having a crack at him. And it is apparently in a bid to help get Zach Butters into the team. They reckon they want to team up again. If we're sacking him for the sole reason to get Ken Hinkley in to help with our bid for Butters, that's ridiculous. That's stupid. We should not be making a senior coaching call based on getting one player who may or may not end up coming to play for us. He's just because we do that, it still doesn't mean he's going to choose us. But yeah, look, in terms of if we get to the end of the season, if we finish the season and we don't win another game, for example, and we have a couple more beltings, I'd be saying we need to make a change. You have not performed. We've got worse this season. But hopefully that we have as a fan, I want to see us have a bit of a crack for the rest of the season. Hopefully pick up another win or two. But yeah, I think if we get to the end of this season, no more wins, maybe a couple big losses, might force our hand to have a look. And especially now with your team looking at coaches, if we're going to miss out on someone good, we might need to move now.
A couple of big losses will do it. A couple of 100-pointers usually forces their hand. Before I get on to Mark and that ridiculous idea of them getting heard, who would you want if you had a choice out of the candidates that are out there, ones who are experienced and ones who are like assistant coaches, or maybe an AFLW coach, because that's come out during the week where some of them coaches are apparently better than the assistant.
Yes,
so who would you want?
I'll
go to Liam. I want to know who Liam wants for Richmond, then I'll go to you.
It's hard because obviously we've gone with the untried coach this time with Uze, and it's not working at the minute. Then again, you look at our coach just gone before, Damien Hardwick was untried, ended up pretty well. I personally think maybe Uze wasn't ready for a head coaching job. Maybe we went too early on him. Maybe there is a better assistant candidate out there. Maybe someone like Hayden Skipworth would be my pick. Heard good things.
He'd be a pick. Good stuff comes out about Skipworth. Everyone talks about Skipworth, and we actually did it on Selection Blues. We went through all the coaches, and he was one, and his credentials are right up there. Like a lot of experience. I like the way he coaches and what's his philosophy about coaching, the way he goes about it. So he could be one. Peter reckons maybe bring back Kevin Bartlett.
Yeah, I was going to say maybe we'll do the Essendon approach. Maybe we'll get like Dusty or someone to come back and coach us because
but a good player doesn't mean is going to be a good coach. Yeah,
no.
So a good player, it's very rare that you'll get that. I think it was it Blythe or what's his name?
Blythe
that played for North Melbourne. You know, he's probably an exception to the rule. But Ken Hickley,
Lee Matthews.
But what I'm saying is, Lee Matthews, but Ken Hickley,
Mark Thompson
has certainly got a good record as a coach. Yeah, he's got the experience. He's got the experience. So I think Ken Hickley might be the way to go for the Richmond Football Club.
You know what?
He's a young bloke. He's a young bloke. You know, he's not.
You know what? I don't think he's that young. He's in his 50s. He's 50. I reckon he's close to 60.
He's 59 years old.
Yeah, well, there you go. And that's not young. Young is 45, you know, like.
Hang on. So he's my age. Does that mean
I'm old? You're too fucking old. You're not only too old, you're too old to coach. Full stop.
Unlucky, Manny.
What are you talking about?
What do you mean? What am I talking about? Like, I'm 55 and I'm old. Like, let alone you.
The age plays no. I mean, the older you are, the more benefit you have in terms of knowledge that you would have. Yeah.
No.
So
no, because you might be stubborn in your way. If you think Ken Hinkley's the coach for you guys, you go for it, right? I don't like the way Ken Hinkley coaches, right? I don't like it. It hasn't kept up with the modern day football. The other thing is he's failed.
Well, that's the comment that Oz has just put in, which I was going to say. The only flag that I have on him is that for as good as he did with Port Adelaide, never got out of a prelim. I don't know how many prelims they lost, but they lost 3 or 4. That was as far as they went.
He's not a.
I don't know if get into a prelim and losing is good enough for us.
It's a fail. At the end of the day, if you don't win a grand final, it's the ultimate fail. That's it. You fail. You haven't. Yeah, you might be like, what are you happy with? But the other thing too, Manny, is right. How many coaches that have coached previously have won a grand final?
Yeah, that's the Rocco theory. Yeah, I actually thought about you when I was thinking about it. I was like the old Rocco theory of people. Yeah, coaching your second team, it doesn't always lead to success.
How old is Fagan? Fagan would be old too, but the difference with Fagan is this.
Yeah,
he's built his side up right in the last 10 years, right, and now he's in the middle of it. Right, so he's built this team and he's got, look at his side. It's stacked. Like you wish you had the amount of players that Brisbane had in your side that are quality from back to forward. Mate, I reckon seriously, we could coach Brisbane to a grand final. I seriously reckon that they got that many stacked players in there that they got it. So Fagan's different. But once Fagan leaves, I don't think he would have it in him to build another side, and I don't think he could do it. You know,
well, he's 60. He's 65 years old.
Yep.
So he started when he was what, 55?
I don't know how long has he been coaching for.
All right. Has he been at Brisbane for 10 years?
Maybe more.
Yeah, since 2017, so 10 years.
All right. So
So
10 years.
10
So he
years.
started at 55. So your theory goes out the door. So
No, it doesn't. No,
age
it
is just a
doesn't.
number. Age
No,
is
it
just a number.
doesn't. No, it doesn't. Because first of all, right, it's 55 to 59, 60 is another 5 years. And 5 years in coaching is a long time, right? But the other thing was he'd never coached before, Manny. Not in AFL. Actually, he's the only coach. I think there was one other, but he's the only coach that's never played AFL and won a grand final. Well, won 2 now, right? But he never coached before. Like, what's his name? Hinkley has coached for 10 or 12 years at a club. He's already done his thing and he hasn't succeeded. So what's he going to do different with a team like Richmond? That's my theory. I don't like it. But if you want to get him, go ahead, Liam. You go and get him.
Nah, stick with Izzo, mate. Stick with him for another 12 months, Liam. Stick with Izzo for another 12 months. You know,
just one thing I was thinking of, because I was thinking of Carlton and where they're at the moment. I actually reckon we kind of stuffed up by letting McQualter go. I thought he would have been pretty good for our head coach. And I know West Coast haven't been the best, but I think he's doing all right there.
Yeah.
So that's just with Carlton fans looking at Fraser. I know. Yeah, I think absolutely go do the process and go find the best available. But
hey, listen, with every win and every week that goes by, Fraser gets more and more attractive, and he'll be in the process. Don't you worry. Yeah. I actually asked this last night of Bucky, and he was on our couch last night. The other candidates, what have they got over Fraser at the moment? I don't think they've got anything over Fraser. He's doing everything right. He's got a good game plan. He's brought the team together. You know, he's new. He's doing everything right. I think to tell you the truth, at the end of the year, if we keep going the way we're going, and we're not going to win fucking every game. Like, we're going to lose games in the process now. We've got some hard games coming up. But I think if he wants the job, he's going to be hard to beat. He's going to be if he wants it, it's going to be very hard to beat.
That's what I mean.
Because everyone loves him, and he's proven that he's a good job. You know, he's doing a good job. The other thing is that was asked last night, which was interesting. I thought about it. I don't know about this, but Graham Wright was with Fraser at Collingwood, right? While he was there. Was this his plan the whole time? Bring Fraser in, got him as a thing, you know what I mean? If Boss fails, I don't know if he's going to fail, but if he fails, we've got Josh Fraser right there for the taking. I don't know. The more I think about it,
the Collingwood Football Club is happy to support the Carlton Football Club. That's fantastic. Why can't you have two of the biggest clubs in Melbourne supporting each other? And you know what? And you know, and credit to the Carlton Football Club.
I'm not gonna accept for
utilizing our manager, ex-manager, and one of our ex-players. So you know what? I'm gonna work on that theory. So
that will never happen.
It is what it is at the moment. It is what it is at the moment.
I wish you misery and pain. And Josh Fraser was at Carlton for like 7-8 years prior to going back to you, and then he's come back to us. So he's a Carlton man now. Jam it up your ass, right? You leave Fraser. You're not claiming Fraser as one of your own. You're not doing it. Now I'm going to go to Hurdy. Oh, I'm going to go to Marco. He's put his hat in the ring now. And you know what? You're going to choose him because you're all dumbasses, right? You're going to choose him. I know you will now. I reckon it's a. If we were betting on this would be $1.02, maybe $1.01, man. I don't think you'll go anywhere else because you're all delusional that this is the man, and I don't think you're looking anywhere else anymore. He's put his head in the ring now.
Well, there are 9 candidates now. At one stage, Manny was saying that no one wants to coach the Essendon Football Club. So apparently there's about 9. So they are going to go through that process. And
but who are they? There was a couple from fucking North Reza here. There was a bloke that went from fucking Preston.
I think the ones that are applying also for the Carlton job, mate. So Syracuse and there's a couple of those candidates as well. So
because they know they're not going to get the Carlton job.
Well, okay then. All right, fair enough.
But what I'm saying is,
so
I think they're wasting their time, to tell you the truth. If there's ever been a case where there's a certainty, Herd will get this job.
Well, I always knew, Rocco, even up until last week when you said that through the process he wasn't going for the coaching position.
Sorry, I got that wrong. I thought he meant process, but
yeah, I'm with you. I can understand where you're coming from because they are quite smart these days, the media. So, look, and I've said this 100 times before, and I've said it to even my Essendon fellowships that James Hird is the man for me personally. But if they had to look at somebody that's had the experience, as in finals experience and premiership experience, I'd certainly be looking towards Johnny Longmire. So those two there, I would be quite comfortable with. And I think we need either or either. So we need either somebody that can galvanise the club, and many, you don't like me saying that word, but Jimmy Hird is the god of Essendon. So he's going to do massive things to the club. It's going to change. It has to change, mate. It has to change. So if he gets nominated and gets picked, kudo, I'm behind him. But the other candidate I wouldn't mind actually coaching the Essendon Football Club would be Johnny Longmire. So those two there are my tips for the Essendon coach for next year.
Caroline Wilson, which she gets fucking 50-50 right. So she's like, her guesses are like chance. It's always a 50-50 go. So I never believe what she's fucking. She just flips a coin and just hopes for the best. But she reckons Longmire 100% will get the job.
Mm. Yeah,
that's a cheap bet on her show.
Surprise me, Rocco, and I understand that theory of $1.02 or whatever it was for Jimmy Hird. And if that's the case, you know what? Let's just get it over and done with and just do it. Just nominate him now and get him the coach. That's it. Do you know what I mean? Just
Bocek reckons he's already been included in the panel to select the coach. No, Bo, I saw a thing on him and he's actually put his hat in the ring to be. I don't think he's on the panel. I think he's put himself in the ring to be a coach because he said they asked him, and yes, he's going to be part of this.
Yeah, correct. Spot on. 100%, Rocco. 100%. And good on him. Good on him, mate. Good on you, Jimmy. Come on, mate. Back Jimmy. Come on, Bombers.
How can you say that? I still freak out at that. Like you're saying that through emotion.
No, mate. Yeah, what emotion, mate? I'm emotionally, yeah. That's what's happening at the moment at the Essendon Football Club, mate. So, mate, to make us feel better, give him 3 years, wish him all the best, and let's change the Essendon Football Club, mate. And you just don't know. So,
but he fucked things up, Mark.
No, he didn't. You're accusing somebody of what?
No, I'm not accusing him of anything. It's the proof is in the pudding. The proof was in the pudding. If it wasn't for Zaharakis who hated injections, otherwise you guys would have gotten away with it. But the fact that he had injections, and then all of a sudden it was proven, and he ended up getting fined for minimum of 12 months. So you don't just fine someone for the sake of we've got no proof we're going to fine you. So. So I agree with Rocco. You're forgetting the fact that he actually has caused a lot of heartache for your club, and now you're saying is, you know what? I know you bent us over, you gave it to us hard, but you know what? Even though you hurt us, I think we're enjoying that. So come back and maybe give it to us again. Yeah, it doesn't make sense, Mark.
We don't really care about what Collingwood supporters have to think, all right?
I'm speaking about facts. Here. The bloke ruined your team. The bloke ruined the Essendon Football Club. You guys were well known for the drug saga. Now all of a sudden you're saying it's okay to bring him back. Yeah,
well, most Essendon supporters are. So what are you going to say about it? Well, what can you say? Most of the Essendon supporters are saying
okay.
Coach again. So I mean, that's another proven fact, man. It's not just me that's saying it. There's a lot of Essendon supporters out there, mark my words, that would want James Hird to be back at the club. He's made mistakes, yeah. We all make mistakes. You get a second chance. See if you can prove. See if you
That's
can
not a
prove it.
second chance. That's not a second chance, Mark.
Well, at the end of the day,
Come
mate,
on.
if you're a drug cheat, or if you're giving somebody drugs, mate, you don't just get 12-month ban, mate. It's a lifetime ban.
Hey,
Listen.
listen.
let's get
If
away from that.
you end up being intoxicated, and all of a sudden you go to a bar and you're flirting with some young lady, and all of a sudden your wife sees you and she says, "Well, you know what? I forgive you. You're under the influence. It was just a little bit of a flirt." But all of a sudden, if your wife catches you with about 15 different women every day, she's going to turn around and say, "Hang on, enough's enough." Yeah. So this is the situation here with the Essendon Football Club. He
Wouldn't give me
destroyed you
12
guys. He destroyed you guys, Mark. The reality is, listen. The reality is, you got to stop and you got to say to yourself, you know what? The reality is, he destroyed you. Yeah? Stop using this excuse now. "Oh, we're desperate. We need him. We'll do anything." He ruined you guys, and now you guys all of a sudden, all your Essendon supporters, because apparently you're speaking on behalf of every Essendon supporter, you think it's okay. It's not okay, mate. It is not okay.
I'm not speaking on behalf of the Essendon supporters, mate. This is what I see. This is what I hear. So you tell me. I do know a lot of Essendon supporters, mate. I'm not telling them James Hird is the man. So, at the end of the day, mate, I'm not putting nothing into nobody's mouths here. It's what I'm hearing as well. So, and I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that process. I'm happy, man. I'm happy. If they choose James Hird, mate, can you just imagine round 1 next year? It'll be a sellout, mate. I can assure you of that. Maybe there's a bit
because it's a sellout, man. You've got to be looking at this in a realistic. To me, I look at it really. You're looking again when you say things like it's going to be a sellout. To me,
well, it is going to be a sellout because what you're doing.
But what's that got to do with it? What's that got to do with it?
But that makes a big difference, Rocco. You're getting the supporters back because you're getting the supporters back at the club.
But so what? You get them back in round 1 and you lose them in round 2. Like, it doesn't matter that you're thinking, again, you're emotional about it. Oh, we'll get the supporters back. Your club, right? Your club has been shithouse for 25 years, right?
Yeah.
Maybe 24 because you made 201 and whatever, right? Haven't done anything, right? For that long. You got to take emotion out of it. Like, oh, we'll get the supporters back. Like, and even when you say, oh, if he really was a drug, then they would have banned him for life. No, it doesn't happen in sport like that. They get a ban for so many years and then they get back into the sport. No one gets banned forever. It doesn't work like that, right? So get that out of your head thinking that's your reason that he wasn't guilty. He was guilty, full stop. He was. If you think that the leader of an organization that does wrong, right? I'll give you an example. If your organization is found to be doing things wrong, it's your fault, Mark. You can't sit there and go, oh, I didn't know. Well, that's no good.
I'd be sacked.
Right? Whatever. And he did get sacked. And he got suspended. What I'm saying is he's at fault, full stop. So let's get that out of the way, that he's not at fault. Second of all, you're going to, Essendon will make their choice and they'll do it. But we're just saying, like I'm saying, I don't like it. This is all emotion to me.
Yeah.
This is all emotion.
That we're a bunch of idiots, right? So all these high paid decision makers are all a bunch of frigging idiots because they're going to choose James Hird. I mean, come on, Rocco. You're saying that because obviously you're just thinking, well, that's your choice of saying that because you probably just passionately hate Essendon.
I was saying that about my side. How many times did I say about my side that the decision makers were getting the decision wrongs? Sorry, now everyone's going to put decision in there. Getting the decisions wrong, right? Because they were emotionally and always it was like they were making decisions for their own good. Like, for example, when Sayers and that were in there, they were making decisions to keep themselves, like putting certain people into positions to protect themselves. That's what they were doing, and it was proved to be right. They put in people like Greg Williams and Voss, and that was all to protect themselves because they were getting challenged in their positions, right? I'm not saying, I'm just saying it because it's Essendon. I say it with my side. I'm saying now they could be under pressure, right? Because of the supporters and that, So then, because of their pressure, they're not thinking clearly. And they'll make a decision on just emotion. But be careful, because that emotion could ruin everything. You should never do it. You should never do it on emotion. Never.
Yeah.
You never go to a supermarket when you're hungry. You don't make these decisions, right, on an empty stomach, and that's what they're doing, mate. That's all I'm saying.
I understand it, but you're even confident that we're going to choose James Hird because obviously, that
it just sounds like it now.
Well, because you know that the supporters are out there, right? That want him on board, right? Because otherwise, you'd get a lot more conflict saying, no, no James Hird, no, he's done this to the club, he's fucked it up, blah, blah, blah. You're going to get more Essendon supporters, diehard supporters that are going to say, no, this is not right. So it's all about the supporters, the club, the committee, the selections, that Jimmy Hird has got, his nose in front. But still continue that process because there are some.
Solomon did say he wants more Essendon people out there. So to me, right, that's clouding his judgment because he's made already a judgment that he wants more Essendon people. So for me, what that's saying is now the pool has got smaller because what he's now, he's already thinking, I want Essendon support. So if there's an Essendon person and a non-Essendon person, he'll subconsciously go to and he's part of the committee. He's not the only one.
Not a politician, yeah. You're gonna go for, you're gonna try and get votes, and then that's like anything these days. So, again, to answer that question, Rocco, that's I've said it all year pretty much, and I'm gonna stick with that decision, mate.
Well, you've got no choice, right? They're going to do the decision. And whoever they pick, if they put Michael Voss in there, for example, right? You're going to say shit. You're just going to accept it. That's what a supporter does, you know what I mean? But this is what I'm saying. You've got to stand your ground, man, and hopefully they make a vote.
There is a bit of a whisper as well that Damien Hardwick might actually end up leaving the Gold Coast and would you take him back, Liam, if he resigned? Do coaches resign?
Yeah, coaches resign.
Coaches can resign, yeah.
Okay.
Anyone can resign. I heard that he might be going back to you guys, though.
You don't think
he's a former Essendon player?
You don't think he'd come back to us if he left Gold Coast? You wouldn't think he'd nominate himself?
To be honest, I think he might not even resign. I think if Gold Coast keep playing crap, he might get
no chance, man. He's been there, 2 years, 3 years, and I mean they're having a bad spell now.
They won't second, but
no way he's gonna fucking leave now. Are you joking?
That's what Gold Coast do. I reckon he'll get done.
You reckon?
I hope he doesn't. And I don't think he'll go to Essendon. No,
mate, that's a step backwards. That's a step backwards, man. I'm telling you, you know what Essendon, what you need. I was saying this before the show, Mark. Essendon, even if you get God himself, you get Jesus Christ coaching your club, right? Let's say you get Jesus, right, coaching your club. It's still going to be 5 or 6 years before you become competitive. You need to get the right players. You need to set up a system. So it doesn't, regardless of who you get, Damien Hardwick to go back to that, and he's at Gold Coast. He's not going to do it. He's not going to do it now. Maybe in 3 or 4 years' time.
Yeah.
But he's not going to do it now. That would be the biggest move I've seen if that happens. That would be massive.
Yeah, I'd be shocked.
I'll be shocked on that. All right. That's it. Well, as they say, stay tuned because we'll see what happens in the next 3 or 4 weeks. It's going to be huge in the coaching department from now to the end of the season. Hey, there were some games, and I know everyone wants to talk about it. The first game. This one was a exciting game, I suppose, near the end. The Suns come back and, the Pies, I think, always had them at arm's length. They just couldn't get them. Then you had those incidences in the middle and a lot of shit. But at the end of the day, it was that one goal difference at the end. So, Manny,
Well, Rocco,
I'm sure you watched it.
yeah, I did watch it, Rocco. And look, the Suns did kick a goal in the dying 30 seconds there, and of course, you know, we were a goal in front with 30 seconds to go, and of course, you know, the bounce of the ball could have gone anywhere, and the great man Nick Dacos, you know, courageous enough to go in there and go for the tackle and end up with the free kick. But look, credit to the boys. You know, it was a tough game. The fact that I actually liked is the tackles. There was a lot of tackling, a lot of hard tackling. You know, all our geriatric players have you know, come from the woodwork, and you know, credit to them. They're really starting to step up. But geez, you know, Nick Dacos, he's a superstar. You know, he gets the ball from anywhere. He just knows how to read the play. He kicked a fantastic goal. Maynard, as we were talking about him earlier on, he played really well. Membre with 3 goals, which was nice to see. McStay and young Anderson. And the Tim Tams, you're having a Tim Tam there, enjoying the moment. I don't blame you, mate.
The best chocolate biscuit in the fucking world, mate. Double coated.
Yep.
And I went to the supermarket the other day and I couldn't find the Vovo Tim Tams, but I'm going to buy them because I want to try the Vovo Tim Tams. They're in a pink packet.
They've got They've got a Vovo Tim Tam.
Yeah.
Oh wow! Because I like the Vovo, but the Vovo, the Tim Tam, it's like saying, you know, you like the old Ford Falcon, but all of a sudden they're giving you a Ferrari. So
maybe I don't know yet. I've got to try it. It might be the wrong combination.
Well, let's wait and see, Rocco. You know, I'm like those little kids. You know, you put them in an ice cream shop and you're giving them so many flavors, or put them in a lolly shop. Now, after the show, I'm going to have to go down to one of the local supermarkets, and start making some inquiries about these Vovo Tim Tams. So, oh God, I'm now. I've lost focus.
Listen, this is a good point by Scotty. Remember when Ginnivan was vilified for ducking his head into tackles and Collingwood hung him out to dry? Remember that? Now, Nicky Whispers is celebrated for it.
Oh.
Hey?
So what are you saying? Are you saying that Nick Dacos is doing the same thing now? Is he? Is that what you're saying?
He definitely ducks. He
does. He is very well looked after.
He definitely does.
If you're gonna go into you're gonna go into the play, and you go in hard, be expected that you know, in the hard tackling, you're gonna get players who are gonna try and take him down. And he's quick. He's a very strong player. He's a very smart player, and he certainly makes the difference. But look, I think it's probably the first game in the last 5 weeks where I was very impressed.
Nicky Dacos.
Nicky Dacos, yeah.
That's a good one.
Good on you, Peter V. Of course, you've been. You know what? Maybe you need to get AI to create a one of those animated pictures where
I'm sure he's onto it, and he's going to put it in our chat. I guarantee it.
I wouldn't be surprised at all. But look, it was good to see Nick Dacos again. Geez, that bloke is miles ahead. If there's nothing else that Collingwood might not win this year, they may not play in finals, but it's safe to say that the Brownlow might be coming our way. I know it's a bit early, 7 games to go, but, you know, this is what I'm feeling. I'm feeling that the Brownlow might come to the right person after 3 years of hardship. But, look, really good to see the boys were not giving up, because at some point Gold Coast looked like they were going to come back, but I think we had full control of the game. Rocco, I don't want to talk too much about but our tackling made a difference. The inside 50s made a difference, and a lot of our young boys like Anderson and Swaddling did really, really well. Side bottom, I'm just not sure why. What's his name? Our bloke who's broken the record. Why isn't he playing? You know,
Why?
I don't know.
You know, I'd like to see him be in there, but be interesting to see whether he plays next week against North Melbourne. But yeah, your happy days at Collingwood at the moment, Rocco.
Yeah, I'm sure it is, but yeah, is it just travelling okay at the moment? You're going to get a rude awakening in 2 weeks' time, but we'll get that. Hey, Rocco, have you tried the Arrow Roots biscuit with butter yet? So we talked about this on Monday because we had the biscuits, and Rocco Mortal reckons because Arrow Root biscuits, they're very plain. Maybe if you dip them in coffee, they're okay, but they're nothing. But he reckons with butter. Now, it's on my bucket list to do it. I don't know, but I'm going to trust him and I'm going to give it a go. Arrow Rat with butter. Let's
Never
try
heard
it.
of them. Never heard of them.
Yeah, no, they're good. No, you gotta try it with jam as well. I've had it with jam.
Really? Butter and jam or just jam?
Just jam. That's got that one from Dad. He showed me that one.
Now they call it Arrow Root, and they get the wrong idea when you hear the word root, but they call it Arrow Root because it actually is derived or made with the arrowroot starch.
What is
there you go.
How quick are you on that Google tonight?
Listen, Rocco, I like to be able to inform our viewers with facts. I'm not like Marco, who makes up stories through some type of website that he called. I think it's called. Anyway, but apparently it is a very popular, biscuit.
On Collingwood there, Manny, and I think Magpiani Chronicles is on here on the chat this evening. So going on Collingwood, and this is what's concerning. This is what I believe is concerning about.
But before you go, I'm going to let you talk. But I reckon Magpie Army Chronicles is about an hour behind. Because we were talking about this an hour ago. I reckon he's watching it from an hour behind and he just commented because no, we love Army. I might be calling your assistance in a few weeks' time, mate. Yeah, go for it, Mark.
Yeah, just a few concerns, Manny, is that I think when Collingwood play their best football and their best football, to me, is around about the 9th, 10th mark, all right? And that's where you guys are at the moment on the ladder, the 9th or 10th mark, and that's why you guys have got these experienced and older players. And what's concerning about that is that when you play your best football, I think that's your limit. Yeah, you're not getting any further up. You're not climbing the ladder. You're staying stagnant, and you're playing your best football. And I think that's going to affect the Collingwood Football Club in the next 3 to 4 years. That best football that you'll be playing, you'll be sitting close to below the bottom 4. So that's the only concern I've got about the Collingwood Football Club, is that your best football is nowhere near in that competitive range of your top 5 and 6. Because to be honest, Manny, this is probably your last opportunity with the players that you've got at the moment to show that you're contending to make finals, and I think you're a little bit on the downfall at this stage, Manny. So just a couple of concerns. I'm not having a dig at you, mate. This is what I believe that's going to go wrong with the Collingwood Football Club. They should have done this a couple of years before. So your best football is pretty average, mate.
We lost by 5 points. We lost by 5 points against. Sorry, Rocco. You're going.
I just want to read the comment. I was right. He just realised Army Chronicles was an hour behind watching the show and decided to comment. Well done. Normally, I would be surprised, but Collingwood supporters are an hour behind everyone else, so I kind of understand.
Maybe he's in Perth. You don't know.
We're daylight savings. We like to live life in daylight savings. Michael, just to quickly go back to what you said, we just lost by 5 points against Fremantle, who's on top of the ladder. We just lost against Sydney by a goal. We drew with Hawthorn, who's third. We had just lost from Brisbane beat us quite convincingly. So the facts are that you're telling us that we're not competing, just losing. The difference is that over the last few years, we were actually winning these close games. So that's where the difference has been. So I'd rather finish 9th and 10th and continue to finish 9th and 10th and still feel that we're somewhat a little bit competitive rather than where you guys are. Because right now, you can see where you guys are.
You're quick
And this is
stand.
where you guys are. And you
You're
guys
the
have been
quicksand,
going.
mate.
You guys have been going downhill for the last
Quicksand,
20 years.
mate.
20
Tonight-
years, you've been going downhill.
That's what you
Downhill.
for the next 4 or 5 years. You might get no high draft picks, you'll have no success.
Downhill. That's what you guys have been going downhill. So anyway, look, I can understand where you're coming from. You've got nothing to say about your team. You're trying to find that about reasoning about our team. So that's okay. You can say whatever you like. But right now, as Rocco said to you last week, we can at least talk because at least we're competitive. You guys at the moment, I'm telling you, channel those TV stations almost got sued because somebody turned around and said that there was a porno in the middle of the day. And all of a sudden I was thinking, what are they talking about? That it was basically the Essendon Football Club was getting.
They love it, mate. They love it. They love it, mate. That's why everyone's talking about Essendon, mate. It's all media. It's all good for football, mate. That's the only reason why they're doing it.
All right.
Magpie Army Chronicle, very, very talkative tonight. We're going to belt you as Rocco. Who's talking about Carlton? It sounds like you're a little bit worried there because normally when the dog, they're a little bit scared there. Like it seems to be a little bit too much talk. And can I just say something? If you're going to try to attack Carlton, I'm going to get Matula straight onto you. First deal with North Melbourne and then worry about us, Magpie Arnie. I think you should just jump in the gun just a little bit. He seemed a little bit worried, Magpie Chronicles there. Just a little bit worried there. Why would you be talking about a game in 2 weeks' time?
Yes.
All right. He's going to be worried there, man. Like, I think they were just a little bit worried there. But anyway, let's move on. I think you'd be wanting to talk about this. Richmond 72, Carlton 74. Was a good game on a Saturday night. It was cold too. It was drizzly. It was the conditions were terrible. The game didn't really live up to anything. It was very terrible for the whole game. It was actually a snooze fest, to tell you the truth. It wasn't that great of a game. If it wasn't close at the end, it's probably one of the worst games of the year. But I have to, before I'll pass on to Liam, I have to give you a bit of credit. You've actually played all right. You've beat us out of the middle, beat us in clearances. Ruck work, you beat us. So in that area, you kind of beat us. But I think we just kept using the arm's length the whole game. But you've definitely made it a contest right at the end. And you could have snatched it too. But in that last quarter, remember, we missed 2 or 3 goals that we should have kicked too. So, but Lynch, mate, this bloke, man, like seriously, he's not even kicking points. He's kicking them out on the full, man. Like he's that like unconfident now. But anyway, what did you see, Liam?
Yeah, look, you're spot on. Yeah, it definitely wasn't a game for the neutrals. We'll say that. I don't think either team was spectacular, but it was close and it's a big rivalry game, so that's good. You are right about the weather. I had to go stand up a bit, a couple times, get out of it. I didn't want to get soaked. But yeah, look, it was an improved effort again. We did really well. You can argue whether we were unlucky to get the win or not. Like I said, we had that one at the end we spoke about earlier where we got a goal from a crap umpiring decision. So, but yeah, and then you can argue that maybe we should have had a chance near the end when they kept calling ball up every 2 seconds. That was frustrating. Don't know how you guys saw that, but yeah, you're right. We did really
they
well.
were there,
really...
man. They were ball ups. I mean, what can you say?
Yeah.
I mean, Carlton
That's what
was
I mean,
smart. I mean, in actual fact, I thought Pitterhead didn't have a good game at all. He hasn't been good for 4 or 5 weeks, but in that last minute or so, right, he done well. They did what they
did
practiced.
what you needed to do. Really.
They brought the ball down close and they smothered the ball, 4 or 5 times. That's what you need to do if you want to waste some time. So he did do well. I was waiting for a high free kick. Every time there was a ball up, I'm going, there's going to be a free kick. There's going to be a free. I'm just waiting for it, yeah?
It's nervy, isn't it? Yeah, it's nervy. But nah, look, overall we played we played pretty all right. Obviously came out really strong.
Quarter time, you guys were up by about 4 goals, weren't you, at one stage?
19 points.
19 points, yeah.
Yeah, it was only disappointing because, like I said, we got out by 3 goals at quarter time after the first quarter. And then obviously, we dropped back to 3 goals down. Ends up a 2-goal game. So I guess little momentum swings. And I've said that before. That's a hard thing for us as a young team to deal with. Has been a halting momentum. It's great when we get going in the first quarter, but then when Carlton get it back in the second and third, we struggle to stop it, which was the case again in this game. But I liked that we really fought through to the end. Like I said, maybe a little bit of luck to get it back in 2 points. But Rocco said it as well. I thought we were really great out of the middle. The numbers suggest that as well. Big one that I called out last week was tackling. That number was right up. We had 61 for the game. I think we had 36 last week. So that's a huge improvement. That effort-based stuff was there. We love to see that. Obviously, it was different with a few players. We had Jack Ross go off early with concussion. So Taranto played a bit more on the ball, which was good. I thought it was Seth Campbell's best game for a while. With he started the season well up forward. Then he got moved to the midfield. He was doing good, but he wasn't having the impact forward. Thought this game, he got it right. Had the impact on the ball. Also had the impact forward. That was really nice to see. Jasper Alga, I'm starting to really like this guy. He obviously had that goal with Walsh on quarter time. But when we talk about a leader like Tom Lynch kicking easy shots out on the full, when you've got a young kid who's only played like 15 games, slotting a big goal at quarter time, getting stuck in with a star player on the opposition, he's going to be a really big player. And because that was right in front of where I sit, so that's why I was really excited. Really good to see that. He's going to be a star. A lot of good things to see from him. But look, obviously, it sucks to get close and not win, especially against bloody Carlton. But it is what it is. Honestly, it was a pretty good performance. And hopefully there's another win coming before the season's out.
As I said, credit. You actually played, your pace out of the centre and that you're clearly winning that centre ball and you're winning the clearances. But I think we were just too good for it at the end. I mean, it wasn't a great game. This bloke here seems to be chatting a bit too much here. You celebrated after the performance. I don't know if you were sitting next to me because I didn't celebrate after that performance. We did a whole show last night and no one celebrated that performance. What we did say was sometimes you just got to win, man. You take the 4 points and you move on, man. Sometimes you just take the 4 points and win. Was it a great performance? No, but like our coach had said at the time, he's just saying, look, the good thing is we're winning in different ways. We're beating sides. We're coming back from behind. We're holding leads. It's a learning curve for us. We're not the finished product. But when did we celebrate? If you're going to talk Magpie Army Chronicles, at least come with facts. Who the fuck celebrated? Who the fuck celebrated? You're celebrating.
Bingo,
first of all, we're 10th. That's the first. You'd say you don't even know how to count. You don't even know how to count, right? That's the first thing. Second of all, who's celebrating being 11th? I mean, 8 weeks ago, we had 1 win. And now we've hit 7 in a row, right? And even if it was a scrappy win, what you're saying is that we can't be happy about that. So if we can't be happy about that, what kind of a miserable soul are you? What kind of a miserable soul are you after 7 wins in a row, after we were second last with 1 win? What the fuck do you want us to do? What the fuck do you want us to do? Not be happy that we got another win on the board? I'll take it. I'd rather take a fuck. I guarantee Liam would have been happy with the 4 points. I guarantee Mark would be happy with the fucking 4 points. What the fuck's wrong with you, mate? You're trying to rev me up. I didn't get revved up because of you. I'll come on your show, right, before your fucking shit game, and I'll burn every single one of you. Because when I talk to you guys, it's like talking to a bunch of fucking primary school kids, man. Like, seriously. Army Chronicle, Army Magpie, Army Chronicles. Seriously, bro. Seriously, you don't celebrate mediocre. I've watched your show, bro. I've watched your show. You're talking about the jumper punch, bro. We started this shit. We started talking about our club. We're the ones. Now all of a sudden, you're trying to copy our shows, and now all of a sudden you're acting like you're the only one. Bro, worry about North Melbourne this week, man. You almost got beaten by the Suns, man. You're a bunch of darts. You're a bunch of, like, losers. No one likes you. You're a bunch of, like, what are you, toothless, fucking dull blooding? Seriously, bro? Seriously, bro? Seriously, bro? Seriously, bro? Anyway, seriously. I think with the Blues, we take the 4 points and we move on. We've got a big game this week. We'll take the 4 points and move on, man. We kind of got away with it a little bit, but you know what? That sometimes happens. Sometimes, and I'm telling you, for some reason now, it's a bit like Carlton and Geelong. No matter where Geelong is, Carlton match up to it. Always, for some reason, and we beat them, right? Richmond have been doing it to us. If you look at our last 4 or 5 games, they've been close, and there's been a draw in there, right? I don't know what it is. They build themselves up for us, right? And they must match up. I don't know what it is, but I should have realised. I picked like 42 points, but I should have had that in my mind thinking, you know what? Yeah. Richmond fucking, like, they actually match up to us well. But anyway, I'll take the 4 points and move on, man. We're sitting there in 10th spot. I'm not going to be sour about that. Who would have thought? What would the odds have been that if I said to you in 8 weeks' time we're going to be in the final, we're going to be in the top 10? What would the odds be? Fucking, they'd be like fucking 200 to 1, wouldn't they?
Yeah, you could say that. Could say that.
100%. So you know what? I'm just happy the way we're playing at the moment. Hey, that was a shit game, but it still took a bit of character to hold them off and win. You know, Hewitt had a great game, another great game. This is a bloke that Voss dropped into the reserves, right? He's been probably our best player in the last, like half a dozen games, or one of our best players. So he comes up.
A win's a win, Rocco. A win's a win. A win's a win. So you could have lost.
We need Collingwood people to get your team up, do we? We need Collingwood people. Your last 3 premierships, where did those coaches come from, bro?
Brisbane.
And the one before that?
Hawthorn.
And the one before that? I think, and then you got Malthouse too. Where'd he come from?
West Coast Eagles.
So don't talk like you need Collingwood people to shut up, stupid. Just worry about your shit side. I'll fucking be surprised about if they sack your coach soon. Like, seriously. You know why? You know why they left your club? Because you're a bunch of fucking derelicts. That's why they left your club.
Yeah,
you're a bunch of derelicts.
I'd be watching your supporters, mate, by Army Chronicle. I'll be watching your supporters, mate, leaving the game early. Do you realise you guys are fucking for doing that?
Marky Mark's fact of the week.
Oh, mate.
All right,
That's the only facts we need.
I love
That's
it.
what I'd be
Hey,
worried about.
Mark, don't worry about Karen Collingwood and Richmond, mate. Worry about his fucking performance. They were talking about this game being the worst game Essendon has played in the last fucking 5 or 6 years. That was pathetic. The game, what I saw of it, Jesus, mate, I don't know what's going on with you guys. But anyway, I'll leave it to you, Marco.
Yeah, well, Lord, there wasn't really much to say about this game, but yeah, you can just see the players haven't got no confidence, mate. There's no confidence out there. There's no game plan again. They're not taking their game on. It's sad. Look, there are some positives again. You always got to look at the positives. Sullivan Roby, mate, this guy, he's going to be a leader for us. It was at one stage he was telling Merritt where to go. So Sullivan Roby, Dyson are sharp, and Sam Durham, mate, this guy just commits every week. If we could have more players following in his footsteps, we'd probably at least be more competitive every week. But look, I try not to find too much reasons, but I've got to keep on searching for these reasons. And I've come to a realisation that our senior players, they haven't had success. They don't know what it feels like to win finals and grand finals and so forth. And I'm gonna name some names that are our senior players: Merritt, Parrish, Langford, Redmond, Ridley, Wright, McGrath, and Mackay. Those players are senior players. Now, they've been at the club for numerous round of years now, and there's just been no success for them. And that's what I believe. I believe they just don't know how to win anymore. And I seriously do believe that more than half of those players need to leave the club somewhere else, and we need to go out and get some successful players. And grand final. Going on that, I certainly do believe that we do need to make some massive changes. But on the weekend, the game was absolutely pathetic. There was just nothing to really like about the game at all. So very disappointing again.
Big crowd. Was it a big crowd?
I think there was 40,000 plus, possibly. Would have been a lot more supporters there. But
Do you want to rethink that number? Rethink the number. There was 34,000 at the game, right? At the end of third quarter, there was 12,000.
Yeah,
Fucking hell.
Exactly. That's just.
Oh my God! I can't believe the research of Manny.
They're the ones that are actually supposed to be a better side. So that just goes to show that our supporters are out there, even though we get smashed every week. But yeah, so look, I mean, there's not really.
They were St Kilda supporters. The last 12,000 were the St Kilda supporters.
Yeah.
Your ones are out at the train station, maybe.
Yeah.
Go on.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, we left pretty early. I mean,
we had to put an extra couple services at half time.
If the game was at
for overtime.
If the game was at the MCG, I reckon what they would have done is they would have just not even have opened the second and third. They would have just left it on the bottom part.
Yeah,
and then what they would have done is they would have had it just a section open behind the goals on either side, and that would have been enough.
Yeah,
would have been enough.
Exactly right. But in the game, the first 5 minutes we showed some, character. Simple mistakes, young kids again. Katie there, 20 metres out, lining up for goal, bang, misses. So those little things that just bring the whole team down. So, and then they kicked 9 unanswered goals, and that was game over. Second half, I think they outscored us by a point. So, it was crucial that momentum, as Liam was saying, good teams stop that momentum. We don't, and we end up getting punished for it.
Essendon should merge with the West Indies.
That's a good one.
That's good. I reckon Robert Galicchio, he must be watching on delay too. Just in the middle of all this conversation, all this chat, he just says, Fagan is 65. Yeah. Just no context to it, nothing. Just Fagan 65.
Yeah. maybe chatting about
Hey,
like
I've got a
60
serious
minutes ago,
question. Has there ever been a coach and then an assistant coach sacked in the same year? Because I'm telling you, could you do that? Could you get rid of Solomon and just put someone else in? You might as well.
Well, yeah, why not?
I want to see that happen. I want to see that happen.
It's not working right
Yeah.
now. Throw everything at the kitchen sink, mate. Just fucking, I don't know. Maybe try an AFLW coach. Maybe give it a go for a couple of weeks, mate. You know what? Just use Essendon as like a a test. You know, I mean, to see things work. You know, put the two guy line.
It would be fucking classical for. I want to see that happen. I want to see him go, listen, why can't they? Why can't they just say, listen, we tried it, right? We're just going to give someone else a go, right? We'll just give another assistant a go, whatever. You come along, you come here. But would that, this is almost not quite, but it's kind of wrecking his chances of getting a job.
That's what I was saying as well. Yeah. It's increasing Fraser's, but it's decreasing Solomon's. But I think he's more of a defensive coach anyway. But look, I mean, being in Essendon, man, you would have thought they would have showed a little bit more fight, being a hard, tough player, not a thug. He was a really hard nut, Dean Solomon. You would have thought they would have gone out there a little bit more, enthusiastic. But it's not to be, man. At the end of the day, we're getting smashed all over the ground, and I don't want to go through possessions or anything like that because it's not really worth talking about it. But we just need to, move forward and start delisting some of these senior players that don't want to commit and they don't want to stay at the club. Then go. That's all there is to it.
Hey, Rocco, just to answer your question, I think another record has been broken by the Essendon Football Club for all the wrong reasons again. And you are correct, sir. Brad Scott was sacked and Dean Solomon was also sacked in the same year. So apparently Solomon is parting ways from the Essendon Football Club. So
what now?
And apparently, yep. This is coming hot off the press, man. I'm telling you, I got my people talking with your people. But the last time this did happen, just for the record, Rocco, it happened in 2021, and it was David Teague and Dale Amos. At the
I don't think. No, I don't think he was sacked then.
Well, I don't know.
No,
you know who's sending me the information? He's a Carlton supporter, so you know who he is.
No, when David Teague was sacked, the assistant wasn't also sacked during the year.
Who took over from him? Who took over from him?
What, Teague?
Well,
no, it was Teague, and what was Manny saying? Teague, and then what? The Amos? Who's
Amos? No, I don't think that happened.
Okay.
I can't even remember, but I don't think that happened. But there is a question for Mark. I mean, Liam could maybe looking like he's doing some research there. But first of all, I don't understand the first word. T is Zach Merritt. I understand this bit. Zach Merritt met up with Damien Harwick at the Gold Coast. Possible talk about Jet Walters' swap.
Wow, perfect.
Well, that's what Essendon wants. That is not what will happen. Zach Merritt wants to stay in Melbourne. He is adamant he's staying in Melbourne. I think he'll get the Hawthorn. Essendon have just upped their offer to like 6 million or something across
1.2 million a year.
Who has?
Essendon for Jed Walter. They've put in.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I saw that.
No, but yeah, in terms of a straight swap,
Jed Walters going to come to Carlton, mate. I want Jed Walters. I reckon he'd be perfect forward. Jed Walter.
Yeah, we'll give him Tom Lynch back. That's what we'll do.
Yeah. Your Tom Lynch is worth nothing, mate. That's what Tom Lynch is worth at the moment.
He's a Gold Coast starting player. It's
maybe to Collingwood. Go to Collingwood. Nah.
Send him to Collingwood. He can go there.
Oh, there you go. I didn't know this. The T means gossip rock.
Yeah.
Coppertoy.
I like that. I like
Coppertoy in the bang.
Here we go. Mark, there should be a new segment because Mark and Manny just making shit up all night, right? There should be a new segment.
Nah.
Mark and Manny talk shit. You should do your own show.
Rocco Morrow, I'm getting information. I'm getting information from an actual Carlton supporter that Rocco knows. So unless he's
Do you know?
hey, listen, if he's misleading me with information, I'm only going off what he's telling me. So
Do you know what I reckon you've been doing tonight, Manny? I reckon you've got one of those AI programs like Granola or
I
something.
reckon you're talking to fucking Gino.
Like records the
fucking
meeting notes and
AI
it's
there.
spitting out facts.
No.
You want the RSVP?
That's what's happening, mate.
I'm
That's
getting
doing,
text messages. I'm getting text
We've got
messages.
a name. We've already got a name for your new show, Shit Talking with Mark and Manny. You just make up stuff all night.
Well, remember talking.
Matula, you've just broken my heart. You've just broken my heart. If somebody else had said that, I would have thought, fair enough. But you've just broken a Greek's heart. And in 10 days' time, I'm going to be going to Greece. And I'm going to be sitting on the island of Mykonos, and I'll be thinking to myself, a Greek has just broken my heart. There you go.
Just breaking your heart.
Look at that. There you go. I still love you.
Merci. Thank you.
All right, listen. While we're here, while Manny's talking.
All right. Welcome back to the Fourever Rivals ladder. And we won't talk about many things, but we can always talk about the fact that Essendon cannot, unfortunately, and this is the disappointment with the Essendon Football Club. They were hoping there was probably maybe 20, 25, maybe even 30 teams in the ladder. So that way it would have given them an opportunity. But the only way is up for the Essendon Football Club, maybe in the next 10 years. And Richmond, unlucky, very unlucky. But the Carlton Football Club, they're slowly breathing. And I know that a lot of the Collingwood supporters are starting to get nervous. I'm telling you, I'm starting to get nervous because, as Rocco said 6 weeks ago, you would have said, you're dreaming. Tell him he's dreaming. But credit to the Magpies who are doing favours for the AFL. I'm telling you, the AFL is licking their lips. They're looking at you know what they're doing right now? They're not looking at the ladder. They're just looking at number 9 and number 10. And that's Collingwood and Carlton. And all they want them to do is they're praying and saying, please play finals. Please play finals. You guys are going to play against each other, and this is going to be better than the grand final. So all I can say is that things are starting to look good for the Magpies and for the Blues, and for the rest of the rivals. That's it, Mark. You keep smiling and you keep praying that the drug deal is going to come to the Essendon Football Club, and they're going to make things better for you. It's back to you, okay? Back to you.
Go. Another Manny's ladder, and yes, we're in the top 10. Just nicely, just sitting there, and where else would you want to be at the moment? So you know what? I was against this fucking top 10 at the start of the year, but I quite like it now. I quite like it. I quite like the top 10 now. I reckon it's a great idea by the AFL. What a great idea. The top 10, why not?
Yeah, I agree. It's making a lot of people happy.
AI, I saw your comment. I've really got no opinion. We talked about it last night. I've got no opinion about it. I don't really want to talk about it. I don't really care, to tell you the truth, what they do. Wildcard is a Malacca, would rather not play. And to tell you the truth, the whole competition would rather you not play, to tell you the truth. So there you go. You can forfeit your position if you want. Forfeit your position. You all act tough, but forfeit your position.
Yeah.
You as a leader of the Magpie Army Chronicles say that I don't want to play if we finish 9th and 10th. Forfeit your position.
Yeah, give it to Essendon, mate.
You say gladly, but you would never do it.
No,
you would never do it.
Boys, it's got the last opportunity to make finals. It's their last opportunity.
Talking shit. You're talking shit, man. You're being found out tonight, Magpie Army Chronicle. You're being found out. I'm coming on your fucking show next week too, mate. So get ready. Get ready. Your show, and you're going to come on my show. So get ready. Let's talk about next week and Magpie Army Chronicles and Manny. This is the game. Friday night, Marvel, roof closed, 7:40. Collingwood versus North Melbourne.
Versus North Melbourne. Yeah.
North Melbourne. It's going to be a cracker game. To tell you the truth, this is hard to pick because North Melbourne can play some good footy. So what do you reckon?
Yeah. No, you're right, Rocco. They're definitely on the improve. I mean, you're comparing them to the way they were performing last year and the way they're performing this year. It's definitely it's fair to say that they are a better side. Look, Collingwood a couple of years ago was losing by about 50 points. I don't remember if you remember that game when we ended up beating them. In the last dying seconds of the game. But no, look, it's going to be a tough game. Not going to be an easy game. I think Marvel is not our favourite place to be playing the game. They're going to take the roof. They're going to shut the roof. Obviously, they're probably thinking they probably got themselves confused, thinking that it's the Essendon Football Club that's playing, because Essendon Football Club likes to have the roof shut because they don't like playing if the weather's wet. They don't like if the weather's dry. They don't like if it's too sunny. They don't like if it's too cold. And hence, this is why they're on the bottom of the ladder. But no, look, I think we need the big guns to really step up like they have over the last 4 or 5 weeks. And I think if we get over the line with this one, it's going to pretty much shape us up for the big clash next week against the Carlton Football Club. So I think the Magpies will just get over the line by a goal.
Are you spewing that the Pies have to travel 2 weeks in a row?
You know what, Rocco? It's interesting, but we we like the MCG. We really do like the MCG. Marvel is it's not our favourite ground, but it is what it is. And I don't know. We should always be playing at the MCG. Yeah.
Don't worry.
I'll be doing a bit of a protest. Collingwood shouldn't travel 2 weeks in a row.
Look, at least it's 50% off public transport at the moment, mate. So
look, it is our home.
Is it 50% off? Is it?
Oh, you don't have to worry. You don't have to worry about that. Rocco.
It was for a while. Is it still 50%? Is it?
Yeah, it's
50% off till the end of the
year.
Till the end of the year. Till the end of the year. It's all about Jacinta Allen trying to get the elections, trying to get the votes over the line. But
of course. You know what this is like?
Yeah.
This is like when Cooter was giving away free coffees to get votes. Remember that?
That's right. Yeah, to be the mayor of Melbourne. Look, it's a Collingwood home game. I will be there, Rocco. I will be there.
Whoa!
I'm going with my mate Arthur. I've invited my mate Arthur along.
Arthur, I know him.
Yeah. Well, the boy can't make it because he's working. But I will be going with my mate Arthur. So
is he Greek?
He is Greek, mate. And if anybody does see me, don't be afraid to come and say hello. I'm a very friendly person in person, and but be interesting. I'm just hoping it doesn't get too cold.
Yeah, it's under the roof, man. And if you do see Manny, don't come up from behind because you'll actually enjoy it.
Come on, Rocco. Leave those Greek jokes for me. Those Greek jokes are for me. Just leave them to
me. It made you laugh, so I'm pretty happy about that. And here we go, Saturday. Then after that, the next night you got, this is actually a big game, good game. I'm looking forward to this. Saturday, 7:35, Carlton and Hawthorn. Should be a good game. I think it'll be. I don't think it'll be. I think it'll be a close game. I think I'm going to pick Hawthorn to win this. I just think they're a better side. They got much more. They're getting some players back. I think Watson comes back this week. We were talking about it last night. Who's going to stay on the little wizard there? We've got a few decisions to make. Look, I think it's going to be a good game. I mean, we get Harry Dean back this week. I mean, last week you were talking about Richmond, your players. I mean, we had Harry Dean out, and then we brought in Lewis Young, and he went out too. And then we had to move McGovern to the back line. So there was some shuffling around to be done. This week, I think there might be one, maybe two changes, but definitely Harry Dean comes back for two jumper Lewis because he got concussed, so he'll be out for like 10 weeks through AFL protocol. We might do one more change, maybe bring in someone like a Zach Williams for a Ison. My man, I think Ison needs a bit of a spell. He hasn't had the best 3 or 4 weeks. I do like what other young man there is doing in Burn, but Ison just looks like he needs some time in the VFL, which there's nothing wrong with that. I definitely think we won't be losing or we won't get smashed in the middle the way we did because we'll come back hard. That's our A game. We'll come back hard on that. I'm just worried a little bit about their forward line is potent. Hawthorn's forward line, they got so many options, man. So it's going to be potent. I would have liked Wiedering up there. So we've got, like Haynes has been doing okay. He's been doing good, actually. I love Cowan. You talk about Maynard. I think that's the closest we got to Maynard is Cowan. He's a tough bugger. He goes in hard. I like Cowan. So he'll be good. So, and then we're going to need some goals from the midfield like we have, but the spread between Ainsworth, and Haywood, Burns, Mackay, they're all going to have to like chip in for some goals and hold it. Our defense has held up all year. It's probably been our best thing, so it's going to be a tough game, but if we win this, we're well on our way. But this is going to be a tough. I'm actually looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. Here we go. Ginnivan time. Just worry about your game, man. Just worry about your game. Don't worry about Ginnivan time. So that's it. I still predict that Hawthorn will win.
But I think Hawthorn have to come out and respond after what they just served up on.
I mean, their first half was diabolical last week, man. But then they come in the second half. They kicked. What was it? It was 13, 14 goals to 1 in the first half, and then almost the opposite in the second half. It was a weird game, Melbourne and Hawthorn last week. But their game, their second half showed they're coming back. They got some players coming back. It's going to be a tough game, but I'm looking forward to it. This is the challenges we want. These are the challenges we want now. Now we've done our, as Singh says, the sugar hit. Okay, so first of all, the sugar hit was 1 game. Then it's 2 games. Now the sugar hit is 7 games. Okay, Magpie Army Chronicle. You're showing your intelligence. Go and get your doll tomorrow. Don't worry about us. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got to say about our game. I think it's going to be a good game. I'm looking forward to it. We're going to do the watch along here. Me, Mars, Taylor, there's going to be a few of us. We're doing the watch along here. So it's going to be a bit of fun. So make sure if you want to watch a couple of lunatics watch the Carlton Hawthorn game, tune in. Next. Nah, that's not right. What's next? Is it this one?
Yeah.
That's the one. That is the next game. It's going to be Melbourne, Richmond, big game. MCG, 3:15. It's going to be hard to beat Melbourne. Mate, if they play like they did in the first half, they're going to smash you. If they play like they did in the second half, you've got a chance. What do you reckon, Liam?
Yeah. Look, it's hard because, like I said, I just said I think Hawthorn have to come out and respond, but you also got to take into account what Melbourne did. Now, look, Melbourne are playing really well. I've said it before. I think they've won every game at the MCG. Still, we're gonna be up against it. We got close to them earlier in the season. We kind of let it go. Well, for 3 quarters, we were pretty close. We let it go in the last quarter. Big thing is just from what we've spoken about before of that game they just had, it's going to be that momentum. If we let Melbourne get on a run, this is a game where I think we could get smashed. However, if we can control them and contain them, that's going to be the challenge for us. I think it starts in the midfield again. Guy like Cozzy Pickett, maybe we put a bit of work into him. I'm not too sure. Haven't really seen us run tags too much. The only player I would see do tags is Jack Ross, and he's out. So who knows? Maybe a chance for someone else. I think, definitely got to start strong around the ball again if we want to be a chance with him. Again, that fast ball movement. We need the pressure. Like I said, it shows when it's good, we get a really good result like we did on the weekend. When it doesn't, we find ourselves in a bit of trouble. Look, like I said, I think Melbourne's been a really good team this season. It's going to be pretty tough to beat them. Yeah, I probably have to agree with that one. That 30-point range, I think we'll put up a good contest, but Melbourne will just kind of keep us out there all day. And that'll be it. Yeah, not much else to add, really. Except for maybe Dion Presti is back.
Oh, yeah. All right, that's it. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting game, but yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's going to be tough. If you win this game, if you win any game, it's a great win.
Well, it's like what we were talking about with coaches. Like I said, I was like, it's like seriously, if Melbourne go and have a run and we can't stop them, this is one where we could get smashed. It really is. But like I said, I've looked at our fixtures for the rest of the season. We play West Coast again. That's probably the only one I think that we can win. Maybe St Kilda at the G. I feel like they're the only team that could let one slip. Apart from that, I'm really struggling to see where we're going to get another win.
I agree.
But the same thing. Let's just focus on beating Melbourne this week. Let's see how we go with that one. And then,
don't do what Collingwood are doing. Magpie Army Chronicles and worrying about 2 weeks' time because they're worried, and they should just focus on what's in front of you.
Yeah, look, the only rival team I want to play again is Essendon, but apparently we don't get to play them twice this year.
No, you're not allowed to play them twice. They wouldn't want 17 and 18s to play twice in 1 year. Talking about absolute thumping this week, this could actually be a world record. I reckon if you lose by 100 points, you have to sack Solomon this week. You have to. You have to. It's at the Gabba.
I was going to say it's at the Gabba, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I hope it pisses down with rain. I hope they cancel it.
Then you'll lose by 80 points.
I hope they might start the thunder and storms. They might have to cancel the game.
Yeah.
That's the only way you can get points out of this, I reckon.
Yep, split the points, yep.
Wow.
What do you got to say about it, Marco?
Mate, if we put up the same performance as what we put on the weekend, mate, there will be world records to be taken this week. So it's going to be pretty scary. I'm not looking forward to it, to be quite honest, boys. I'm really not looking forward to this week. But in saying that, we did win the reserves. And there are some young little talents in the reserves. So bring them in, give them an opportunity, throw them in the seniors. So there's only a couple of positives out of that. Just keep rotating the players. But if we perform the way we did last week, mate, it's going to be a scary evening. So what can I say? There are upsets during the year. So this might be one of the biggest upsets of the whole year, and hopefully we get out of line by 27 points. So this is going to be the biggest upset. This is going to be the biggest upset of the year, Liam. The biggest ever of the year.
Biggest.
The biggest, mate. You're not going to get any bigger than this.
What's the tip?
27 points, isn't it? 27 points.
Go.
Sam
Oh,
Draper to put on, and I reckon you should get him to put on an Essendon jersey for this
yeah.
week and play 24 onto 23, I reckon.
He's playing for good football too, Sammy Draper.
No.
Hey, there's a big, could be Paul Vanderhaar coming in for
I wish
Paul
you would.
Salmon. Well, it's not Salmon, but Paul Vanderhaar could be in this week, mate. The Flying Dutchman.
Fine Dutchman, mate. Oh, don't miss those players. Don't we miss those players? Get some grunt back. But yeah, it's going to be a very, very concerning evening, boys, on Sunday. But you know, I'll be sitting there. I'll be supporting them, just keep doing what I do, and that's support the club. That's for sure.
Bo's going to probably do a cheeky $10 on Morris for 6. I reckon that's a good bet there. I reckon Morris will kick 6 goals this week. He's a good player.
Mate. Very good player.
I want him in my side. I'll take fucking Logan Morris over there right now.
Yeah, you guys must not a big forward, don't you, Zach Carlton?
All right. What are we doing now? All right, that's it. So they're the games. Let's have a look at what we've tipped for this week. Look, I'm always interested to see what how he's tipping during the week, and let's have a look at this. So as you can see, I think I've gone Fremantle. Everyone else has got Sydney. Then Mark goes North Melbourne over Collingwood. Then Mark goes Geelong. That could happen. And then Essendon over Brisbane. Yes, it's always interesting with Mark. But Liam, tell us about what's going on this week.
Right, tomorrow night, not a bottom of the table clash, a top of the table clash. Fremantle versus Sydney. Surprised to see we've all gone and tipped Sydney. That's interesting. Except for I just tipped Fremantle. Maybe, which is a bit stiff considering Dockers won 14 games in a row, and they're at home. But we'll see what happens. I reckon Sydney, very good chance. That's why I tipped them. Then Friday night, those Collingwood boys have North Melbourne. I just don't trust North Melbourne. That's why I haven't tipped them. But I'll be supporting them. That's all I'll say. But we'll see what happens. It could be a tight game. I think it will be a close game. Then Saturday, you've got St Kilda, Port Adelaide at Marble. Bit of a nothing game. Don't care about any of those teams. Saturday, Giants versus Geelong at NG Stadium. Again, I'm surprised we've all tipped the Giants. I thought I might get one up on you guys there, but I think Geelong are not looking the best. I think Giants are starting to come pretty good. Then the Carlton game Saturday night at the G against Hawthorn. Surely the streak comes to an end for you guys now. I think Hawthorn just have to respond. We shall see what happens. Then same time Saturday night, Adelaide versus Gold Coast. I think Gold Coast losing streak continues. Adelaide are really good, especially at home. Sunday games, Bulldogs versus West Coast. West Coast, they're getting better, but Bulldogs at Marvel, they're a pretty good team. They should get it done. Then you've got my game, Melbourne versus Richmond at the G. I think we're hopefully going to be competitive, but Melbourne at the MCG this year undefeated, so that probably won't change. And then, of course, the big one, Brisbane versus Essendon. I love that Mark always tips Essendon. I really love that you support your team, but Brisbane's an easy tip. Walk on there. Thank you very much.
I've actually gone on a bit of a strategy this year, boys. I'm not quite sure if you've seen the way I've been tipping, but so I haven't tipped Carlton, Richmond, or Collingwood all year, regardless of who they're playing. So I've always tipped against Carlton, Collingwood, and Richmond, if you have a look at my tips every week. And I've also always gone for Essendon. So there's a little bit of a reasoning behind my kind of bad point strategy there, but I thought I'd go.
Great strategy, Mark. Fucking great strategy, mate. It's fucking working too, mate. What a great strategy there. I'm glad you explained that to us because I couldn't work out why you're now fucking 16 behind the leader and 10 behind third. That's a great strategy, man. Keep that up, mate. Keep that up.
I wanted to see if it worked. I thought I'd give it a whole year and see if it works, and it's not working. But I'm going to keep going with that strategy towards the end of the year and see how we go.
Einstein strategy, man. Are you sure you don't work at the patent office there, man, and working out your strategies? Liam on 104. Manny's only 4 behind. I think I dropped one on. I think me and Liam got 6 and Manny got 7 this week. If I think that's what happened, but I'm still going to finish second. Don't you worry.
The same, yeah. I don't know where Manny got the extra one because I know I got you guys on Thursday. I tipped Brisbane.
Listen, just listen.
And then you tipped Collingwood, but none of us
Sportsmanship, will you, mate? Stop crying. Well, yeah, you're in front. Sportsmanship here. All right, take it easy.
No. I'm just trying to work out where I dropped the other. Your question. Game.
Yeah, I can't remember. You can look back.
I think it was North Melbourne. I think North Melbourne cost me, which is why I'm not tipping them again. Even though I'll support them this week.
But you're still way in front. I just noticed, even with me, we've only tipped one difference. So if anything, I might gain 1 on you. So in the next 7 weeks, I'm going to have to gain 1 every week on you to just hit the lead. That's what's going to have to happen. So anyway, Mark, listen, man, I might call you after the show because if you can just send me that fucking strategy because I might use it with my fucking home loan.
Hey, one of the viewers is saying, at least I'm doing the kiss of death. Remember that, Louis? Remember the kiss of death?
I reckon the kiss of death would be beating you at the moment. You are doing the kiss of death. You are doing the kiss of death, man. All right, let's go on to. All right. So we're coming to the end. All right, I'm going to eat the chili coming up soon. We've got a couple little things beforehand. We're not doing the quiz. We're going to give that a bit of a rest. We might do it next week or the week after because Bo might come on and be the quiz master. So,
yep.
Change your tip to Carlton now. I'm not. I'm trying to get there. Like realistic. I'll be fucking stoked if Carlton win, but the brain's telling me that it'll be a very hard task this week, man. Did we want to ask each other a question, did we?
Yeah, well, mate, look quickly, Rocco, while we're at it.
So what we're going to do is we're just going to ask one question each.
I'm going to do a pet hate. Have you guys got a pet hate? Do you guys like, even in the chat, something you like? It's got to be a pet hate, yeah? Like I don't like somebody sneezing in the fucking table or something like that. I don't. So my pet hate is people parking in a disabled spot when they're not disabled. Does that piss you guys off? When that happens, I'll just get out of the car and I'll just look at the person to say, "Fucking gives you the right to park there, mate." Like, who do you think you are? You know what I mean? Like, that's a real pet hate of mine, guys. Parking in a disabled parking lot when you have got a disabled sticker.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad you said that if you haven't got the disabled sticker, because sometimes you don't realise that there may be someone that may have a disability that you can't actually see.
Correct. Yeah. No. I totally. But I mean, you do know sometimes, Manny, when you see somebody just walk out of the vehicle and you go, I can't see them being disabled at all. And it's pretty legit, yeah? They're driving a V8 Commodore or something like that, or, 2021, 22 Mercedes-Benz, whatever the case may be. But
so what are you saying? So you're saying is if you're a Mercedes driver or driving a V8 that you don't have
the young fellas, you know what I mean? But you can tell. Mate,
look, if you could tell, then I reckon you're wasting your time selling doors. You need to go and see the medical field at St. Vincent's.
I think what Mark's saying, usually, I think what Mark is saying, it's usually...
Sometimes I won't even look at the person that gets out of the car because they're built like a brick shithouse and they know that nobody's going to say something, are they? Yeah? They'll shut their mouths and they'll just get out of the car and say, yeah, if you say something about me, mate, I'll put you in your spot. So that's my pet hate. I just don't think, people do it, you know what I mean? They do it. They take for granted of it. And, you know, it's a pet hate of mine.
I think what Mark is saying, sometimes you notice that it's the young kids that'll just disrespectfully do these sort of things, not caring about the elderly or the disabled. So, you know, it's usually those people who will quickly park in a car park and move on, you know. And then we got like Lou Felino says, why do you care? I get what Mark's saying. It's not, it just annoys you, man. It annoys you. Like, I'm doing the right thing, but you, like, don't give a fuck about the law. Like, why should you be any different than anyone else? I mean, you asked me about my pet hates. I mean, how many do you fucking want, right? How many do you fucking want, right? I hate, right? I fucking hate in peak hour, right? When people park when it's a clear way at 4 p.m., right? And because of their fucking selfishness, right? There is traffic all the way down fucking Sydney Road because one person couldn't move their fucking car. I hate that. That is selfish. And if I was the council, I wouldn't even fine them. I'd just get a big four-wheel drive and I'll push the fucking car out of the way. Right? That's what I would do because they cause fucking havoc on the road. These move out of the way, mate. We're trying to get through. That's why there is a clear way at a certain time. Right? One, in the morning, it's to the left, and in the evening, it's to the right. Keep it fucking clear. So that's one of my pet hates. But how many do you want, mate? How many do you want?
Just your favourite one.
Just one? All right,
Well,
we'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that.
Can I say that my biggest pet hate is when you go to buy yourself a coffee and you've got someone in front of you who all of a sudden wants to order a skinny milk latte, soy milk with all the jazz and the trimmings and this and that. Why can't you just order a coffee? A latte or a cappuccino? Just order a latte or a career. Then you got people saying, "Oh, I like drinking oat milk and I like drinking this and do that." Come on,
everyone's got a choice.
Order yourself a coffee. But the one thing that really, really annoys me about that is that sometimes you go to order a coffee, like Rocco and I did one day, and we've sitting around and we've said to her, "What was it, Rocco? We wanted a macchiato."
I just wanted a macchiato, just a short black with a spin. She gave me a fucking milkshake. It was the fucking like full of milk. I said, "What is that?" And she goes, "That's what it is." And I go, "That's not a macchiato." And she's going, "Well, that's what we've been taught. I've looked it up. That's a macchiato." I go, "It's not a fucking macchiato, mate." I said, "Do you even know what the word macchiato means in Italian? Do you know what it means?" And she's looking at me, and she's a certain race, which I won't name, but there's a lot of them around, right? And she goes, "No." And I go, "Macchiato in Italian means stained. So you got a short black and you stain it with a little bit of milk. That's why it's called macchiato."
Not a milkshake.
And she gave me this big thing. And then at the end, I just said, "Listen, man, I mean, I'm cracking." And then Manny's going, "Oh, we got to relax, man." You know, like, I'm being, "All right, fuck." I said, "Just don't worry about it. Just don't worry about it, man. I don't want nothing now."
But can I just say that for all those who do have an issue with lactose intolerant, you can have lactose-free milk. My good friend Rocco, he
I have to get lactose-free.
You know, and I understand. And if if you think that you are lactose intolerant, well, then just get yourself a short black. You don't need to put the milk, and just enjoy the coffee because you're having a coffee. That's all.
Good. Well, before we go, I like that one. There's some good ones here. I like that. Look, I have to have lactose, but that's no big deal because it's all you're doing is just using a different milk. You don't have to go.
That's right.
3 different things. But we've got a few here before we
Gotta go to Liam.
We've got to, before we go to Liam, we'll just go through or else I'm running. I'll do it. When you give someone a smoke at the pub and they say they only smoke when they drink but
Yes.
buy a packet when you're drinking. So he doesn't like that.
Yes, spot on, Scotty. Spot on, mate. That's a good one.
And he also, when he asks for a smoke and they can't do rollies, so you have to roll one for him. I like that one there. I like that. What do we got here? People with heavy BO refuse to use their own. That and bad breath.
Yes.
Bad breath.
I had a customer today,
I don't blame the person with the bad breath, right? And if you got bad breath, a good idea is you should take some probiotics. It might not be your thing, it might be your stomach, right? But if you got bad breath, shame on your family around you. Let them know, you disgusting people. Why are you letting them out with bad breath, right?
That's right.
That's their fault. That's their fault, not let's just have a look. Jay, he doesn't like close talkers. Close talker, that's a sign for
How you going, buddy? All right, hey, what's going on, buddy?
Yeah.
That's a
People
sign
involved. When someone forces, Scotty's on fire here. When someone forces black market fucking chop onto you, and you just want to enjoy, it's all
last
about
Port
the
Royal.
for him. What do we got here?
It must be a country thing.
Scotty again. When cafe, he must be having a bad time at work. When cafe workers are standing behind a $15,000 coffee machine and don't know what an espresso should be the easiest coffee to make. What do we go with, Bo? What about when you order a frappe in Australia and some worker says, "Do you mean frappe?" Shut up. Parking at the front of your. Oh, all right. Don't fucking start on this, mate. Don't start on this, man. Why are you parking in front of my house, mate? Like, fucking hell, mate. Like, get out of the way. And anyone that dares park in front of my bin after I put the bin, right? Disgraceful, man. Disgraceful. And if I ever find it, I'll fucking tip the bin all over your car, mate, right? That's the first thing, right? I think Rocco's right. Serenity now. We've got to start calming down because everyone's starting to get a little bit upset here. What else have we got here, mate? There's so many. Chewing food. Yeah, there's a lot of people that don't like the chew. They don't like that. Espresso is coffee. All right. Liam.
A lot of my pet hates at the moment are on public transport. As you know, I don't have my car here, so I've got to rely on it. And I get a little bit frustrated at times, you know. So starts when you get it on. You know, people. You're meant to wait for the people to come off. But there's these dickheads who run into you. I literally hip and shouldered a bloke getting off the tram the other day, or getting on the tram.
It's disgusting.
I don't know.
You know when you go to like,
can
you know when you go
wait
to
2 seconds for me to get on?
They're disgusting. They got no. You know, if you go to, I haven't been to Japan, but I've been told this. But if you go to Thailand, right, they wait on the side. There's actually like there's footprints there. They wait on the side. When everyone clears, then they start to go in. Respect,
common
man.
courtesy,
Let everyone
right?
get off first.
I don't know, but and then also the
good
people
one, good
like
one. I like it.
not public transport, but when you're walking in the street and they walk and there's like 3 or 4 people, and instead of walking like they walk in a big line right in front of you, and you've got to work around, and they give you like the dirtiest look when you go past. It's like, brother, you're taking up the whole sidewalk. I got to walk too, but you're just out having a Sunday stroll right in my way. Or the ones that like when they're walking along and they're on their phone. And they're just walking in, and they walk into you. It's like, well, don't look at your phone. Or when they just stop in the middle of nowhere. Oh, mate, this segment's dangerous, mate. I'm gonna get fired up.
It is dangerous, mate. There could be. We could go on forever here. Peter, I agree. I agree for all of these. People using their headphones when playing music, or not using their headphones. I agree. People, I swear to God, why did you start this much? People. Who talk on their fucking phone with the speaker.
That's the one. Yes. That's the one.
No
someone
one gives
do
a
it
fuck
right
about
away.
what you're saying, right? Let alone what the person on the other line is saying, right? That's the fucking first thing, man. Do not talk. You're not important. The other thing is people that have got fucking earplugs and are talking with no head. Who are you? Put the fucking phone to your bloody head, you fucking moron. You're talking about trains? You're talking about
I
trains?
hate it so much. Like I don't want to hear your full fucking private conversation. Like surely you can wait till you get off, or like, oh hey, I'll just call you back when I get off. But no, I'm on a train full of people. Oh, I'll have a big, full-on, deep and meaningful chat here. No, I don't want to hear that. It's
There you go.
frustrating.
Yep, another one playing
Yep, same
music.
thing.
Don't fucking do it. Matula, well, this frustrates everyone. If I let you in, right, you better say fucking thank you. That was my spot. I gave it to you. So say thank you. You pig.
That should be in the Constitution. You have
You
to
should
give
get a
it away.
fine for that. You should get a fine for that if you don't
Absolutely, yeah. Lock it in, man.
What does the Next Fight protocol say?
Phone,
Hot chicks with sleeve tattoos.
Is that a pet hate?
Oh,
That'd be a lot of supporters, wouldn't it?
I was going to say, I was like,
well, I think that's a preference. I don't like too many tattoos. I reckon I agree when they're all over their body. I don't know, man. Doesn't look. But up to the individual, you know what I mean. So, but that's a bit. When an empty train and someone comes to sit right, that's weird. That's fucking weird. And if you're at the piss trough as a bloke.
Yeah.
And you come and stand next to fucking someone.
Yeah, you're reading my mind there. I had someone do that to me the other week. Literally empty. Gone in the corner. There's like 5 other ones, and he's come right next to me. I was like, I had to stop. I had to get out. I was like, that's so weird.
No, that's weird, man. And even I'll tell you another thing. If you're in a cubicle, and I try not to go to cubicles in public, but at work, if I'm in a cubicle, right. Don't go to the cubicle next to me, right? Go to the one after that. Like, even that annoys me. Like, just why do you have to sit in the cubicle next to me, man? Like, I've got business to do.
When you're watching the movies at the cinemas and you got a little 70-year-old brat kicking the fucking backseat of your fucking...
Nah, I would crack it. Well, that happens at the footy. That happens at the footy, man.
Right? The parents didn't stop the kid from doing it. They just let him kick the fucking shit.
I'm always polite. Because you don't want to scare the kid, right?
No,
I'm always polite. I always turn around and I go, listen, you know, because a lot of them have got, you know, they're small, so their feet don't touch the ground. So they're hitting your chair, you know, and I just go, you know, like he's accidentally hitting my chair, you know, and normally 99 times out of 100, they go, oh, you know, sorry, and they stop it, you know. Yeah. But if you get the one...
They should be stopping it before you say something.
I know. What are the parents doing?
Yeah, like you give him the benefit of the doubt and you go, all right, he's going to stop in a minute. Fucking, all right, stop, you little shit, man. Like, all right. And you think fucking the parents should be saying, hey, Bruno, can you stop kicking into the seat? No, you got to wait for me to say, mate, stop fucking kicking the seat. I'll knock you out.
I agree.
There's another one here for you,
Scotty's having a ball with this. When people walk around outside the gym with the nose strip still on, that's a good one. That's a good one. I like that one. I hate everyone at the supermarket except for Coles. He must work for Coles.
Especially Coles.
Oh, you know what I hate about trains? You're talking about trains, right? People that put their feet on the chairs now. That is disgusting. That is fucking disgusting. Now, I don't say nothing because I can't be bothered, but I would fine these people $1,000 each. I don't give a fuck because it is the most disgusting thing ever, right? You go to the toilet, you go stand on fucking anything, and then you put your feet on the chair in front of you, and then someone's got to come and sit there. Like, it's fucking disgusting, mate. Like, I fucking hate it. And people... And this happens at work, Manny. I'm not going to name these people, right? They don't wash their fucking hands after they go to the toilet. It's disgusting, mate.
You're fucking
I saw someone do that today.
I'm telling you.
Are you serious?
I'm serious, man. When you go to our toilets, people walk straight out.
The majority of blokes do that, to be honest with you, mate.
Nah,
I've
fuck that. Don't do that.
But it's a percentage of blokes that, actually just go for a leak and they just piss off straight out, mate. I've seen it
No,
happen.
are you serious? No, you've got to wash your hands, man.
I know you got to wash your hands, but I've seen it a lot. I'm having a piddle, and all of a sudden the guy next to me, he's not washing his. He just fucking walks straight out.
Hey, when recently promoted work colleagues who changed their personality overnight, I feel sorry for you, Magpie, because there must have been someone at work who's been promoted, and all of a sudden they're giving you a fucking hard time.
Specific, yeah.
When people trash the, I hate it, man. Put your rubbish in the bin.
Oh, just
do it, man. Like, it's not hard.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Nah, listen, this one here, forget it. Fucking beers at the footy, man. They get up in the middle, and they get up in the middle of the fucking game, and they walk the game. Are you at a nightclub that you need to drink constantly? You know what I would want at the footy? I want dry zones. They got it in England. But don't drink. If you want to drink, you go inside the bar. Fuck that. You're spilling it on people.
Yeah.
And another thing about the footy, fuck, you got me going here. If you get up, right, and you're coming back to your seat, you wait till there's a break in play, you selfish pricks.
Yeah.
Wait till there's a break. Don't walk in front of me while there's the game on. Like, what is wrong with people, mate? I always wait for a break. If I happen to come late or something, I wait till there's a goal or a definite break where I can get in quickly, you know? They got no respect.
Certainly hates there.
What else we got here? What's a good one here? What do we got here? But I don't know what Poppy's got. I thought I read something else. If you bring your dog for a walk, pick up your fucking shit, bro. Pick up your shit. Bring a bag with you, you fucking pigs, mate. They're gross pigs, man. I don't know what this was for, but they are gross, man. If you're walking your dog, you bring a fucking bag, mate, and you clean up your shit. How can you hold your old fella in your actual hands and not? Oh, yes, you're absolutely right, mate. If you're holding it, you're washing your bloody hands, mate. You bloody pigs up.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's it. We could go. You know what? Where's Bo? Bo, this should be a Monday night banter question. We could go on for ages about this, man. And the more I talk, the more that's coming to my head. Like, I actually hate everyone. I can't stand everyone that does everything in front of me. Like, even when you're walking up the escalator, Manny, at work, like, move to the side, mate, so people can walk to the right. Like, it's not your private fucking joyride. Move to the side. Move to the side, mate.
Yeah. There's a few.
This one? Yeah. The tight ass who scans the bill after a lunch meeting. Relax, mate. Just chip in. Listen, mate. If we all go out to dinner, right, and you fucking start checking out the bill, that's it. I'm never going out to dinner with you. If we go out, it splits 4 ways, right? Unless I pay, unless one of us wants to pay, right? And then we fix it up next time, and there's 2 options. One pays, or it gets split 4 ways. That's it. No, I had this, I had that. If you do that, you're not my friend anymore. You know, once when I was about 20, 21, 22, we went out to this big dinner. There was like a whole bunch of us, right? There was like 10, 12 of us, right? And these people happened to be Australians. Just, there was like 3 of them, right? Once we finished, they brought out a calculator.
Really?
They brought out a calculator. So then I cracked it. I just went, listen, you just pay us what you want, and we'll divide the rest.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not even going to argue about this. Oh, I had an extra rib. I had an extra fucking drink. Shut up, stupid.
you-
Next time I go out, you're going to have 20 beers and you're going to pay for it.
Hey, Rocco, it's funny you say that because different cultures, have. I got invited to a barbecue locally, and not only did they say, "Guess what? You're invited to our barbecue. It's going to be fantastic," but let's not worry about all the minor details. Just make sure you bring your own drinks, bring your own meat, because the barbecue will be provided, and bring your own chair. I can't get fucked.
Nah, not your chair.
I'm telling you, bring your own chair. And I'm thinking to myself, if you're inviting me to a barbecue, I'm happy to bring some grog, but then you want me to bring my own meat. Why don't I just stay home, make my own barbecue?
I'll just stay home.
Meat, have my own vino, and beautiful, right?
That's ridiculous.
I'm staying home, mate. I'm staying home. Look, man, we can go on all night. Rocco Motto reckons when people come to my house when TJP is on, he gets upset. I don't blame you, mate. You just want to watch it.
Yeah.
We're going to move on. We can't keep doing this, right? Because
That's right. That's right.
Like, this is ridiculous now, right? But I'm going to give you. I'll give you my story. We went ages ago. It was with my ex. We got invited to one of their bloody workmates' fucking barbecue. Same thing, right? I didn't know. So we get there, and I noticed, there was no drinks and that. I go, all right, and then lucky the bloke there, he goes, you want a beer? And I go, all right, like fucking hell. I was dying of thirst here. And I'm going to me missus there, my ex. I'm going, fucking hell. Like, and she goes, I didn't know, I go, all right, whatever, And then, like, about an hour later, I go, all right, time for the barbie. I go, all right, this is fucking sick, because I was getting hungry by then, So I figured, all right, I can have a few fucking sawdust sausages here by the rednecks. They'll be happy to give me like that on a bit of bread. I'm happy. People start taking out eskies, and they started taking out their meat, and I'm going, what's going on? And my ex at the time was going, I don't know. And I'm going, they got their own meat here. What are we going to eat? You know what I mean? So I'm thinking to myself, this is lucky the bloke that was with us. He goes, oh, man, you can have some of my snacks. But what is going on, man? If I've got to bring my meat and my drinks there, I'll stay at home. I might as well stay at home.
Yeah.
Could be that.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's move on because there's some chili to be eaten. And so do you want to do Manny Make? All right, let's do this one here, and then we can And before you go on, chat, we might do part 2 next week.
And before we go on, man, you said you're going to the footy this week to watch Collingwood and North, and you said that if you maybe dress up as Manny Make Me Laugh, and they'll all notice you there, buddy.
Like that.
Anyway, I'm going to I have been for the last couple of weeks. I've been with just a small little joke, and today I thought I might just keep the tradition for one more time because I know Lana always gets upset if I go and stretch out all these jokes. But however, what did the horny frog say to his girlfriend? Robert.
Jesus Christ.
You got another one, man. Quick, they're short. Come on, got another one.
What's the difference between jam and peanut?
Jam and peanut. Don't know.
Oh, I'll leave that one for next week. How's that for you?
Nah, you got to tell us. What do you?
I'm going to leave you hanging.
All right.
There you go. I'm going to leave you hanging.
We're getting a few laughs. There, so that's a bit disappointed. All right. It's been a great show. I think I got to pay the piper tonight, I suppose. So I did say that I'll be singing the Richmond theme song. the Richmond theme song while eating a chili.
Whoa.
Fuck, mate.
You got your milk there, your lactose milk.
So yeah, better get some milk. Yeah, that's good. Yeah,
I've got the milk there. So let's do this. Everyone, well, we've got to do it, man. Look, and I got the chili.
Have the chili first.
I will. I might just take off the. I'll take off that. I'm gonna take off that. All right. These are pretty hot. These are bell chilies. I don't know exactly what they're called, but we've got, like as I said, man, before the show, the boys got to choose which one I wanted. And these are all the chilies. And to tell you the truth, this big one's hot, but it's not that hot. Yeah, but it's a lot. And then you got these ones, and we chose this one. Is that what it's called? Pepperoncino, or I suppose. I don't know what they're called. I just know they've got like 5,000 chili plants. All right, ready to go, and then sing. So I'll eat it and then I'll sing it. So let the fire start. Is everyone ready?
Yeah, okay.
Oh, he's got it in. Done quick. Here we go. Now he's turning.
He loves it. He loves it. Rocco loves them, mate. He loves them.
It's hot.
He's trying to smile through the pain, but
all right.
Yeah.
That's hot, man. I'm just letting it build a bit so we can have a bit of fun with this.
Have a little bit of milk. Have a little bit of milk.
No, I have the milk afterwards.
Yeah, song first, milk second.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Oh, we're from Tigerland. A fighting fury, we're from Tigerland. In any weather, we will see us with a grin. Oh, raising hand and sin. When we're behind, we never mind. We will fight and we will fucking win. We're from Tigerland. We never weaken till the final siren sound. We're like the tigers of old. We're big and we're bold. We come from Tiger. Yellow and black. We come from Tiger.
Oh, mate. Yeah, all right, good, mate. Get some milk in. Oh,
He knew the lyrics.
I want
You're saying that before, Rocco.
My mouth was building up of saliva. It was fucking building up.
Well done, Rocco.
That was good.
That's how it's done, Mark, with a bit of fucking hoofing behind it. Oh, when did the Tiger team include fucking when my tongue was burning? That's when the fucking come in, mate.
Mate.
Oh,
That's fair.
Far out.
Poor chili. Oh well.
So it's fair to say that the only one that hasn't had a chili yet has been myself.
Yeah.
That could change in a couple of weeks' time, Manny.
Well, yeah, it may change. So yeah,
Mate, I reckon you
I'm gonna
should
have to
just do
prepare
one
myself.
anyway. Just
no,
just part of the team. Part of
no,
the Fourever Rivals team.
no.
I reckon.
Thanks,
No.
guys. That's the way you do it. If you're going to lose, as I said, winning and then doing the bet wasn't as bad as losing and doing it. But
He's got a good voice as well, you know, mate.
Oh yeah, he does. He's
did you like it? Yeah, I'm glad. Did you like that bit there?
That's right, mate. That's right, mate. Fair bit of gusto behind that. Gee.
there. You go.
All right, great job. Fucking hell, I'm dying, but I'm telling you, that was hot. That's it's as I'm talking, it's just getting hotter and hotter. Oh, all right. Thanks everyone for joining. It's been a great show. Make sure.
Great, go grab yourself some bread, put it in your mouth, and hold it in there, Rocco.
Make sure you catch. What do we got here? Tomorrow night, Selection Blues with me and Dylan, father and son. We'll go through live selection, and then you got game day. We got Mars, and they're doing game day emergency meeting straight after that, and then we'll have Blue Sunday And then back to Monday night banter. We have, what are we doing? Chips and crisps and all that this week. But I think this question we asked tonight, we might remember the old segment. What was that on? I think it was on Hey Hey Saturday. What cheeses me off? Remember that? What cheeses me off? I reckon we might have to do that. At least I can handle the heat. I'm telling you now, I'm struggling a bit now. Actor and I can sing. If you want to see a bit of acting, you can watch Monday. You can go back and watch Monday Night Banter and see some of my extra work and acting performances. And the week before, you can actually see me in a little production we done called God, what was it called? Of course, God is Italian. It goes for about 10 minutes. So that's not this week, the weeks previously. And then last week, I showed you some acting performances that I did. So if everyone wants to have a bit of a laugh, you can watch that. Wait till it comes out the other end. You don't have to tell me, mate. I'll be shitting fucking water in about an hour. Great show, lads. Thank you very much. Yes, Lana's always on spot with this. Make sure you hit the share, subscribe, like it. Do all of that. Fucking help.
Have some yogurt. Have some yogurt there, Rocco, because you look like you're struggling there, my boy.
It's starting to go. It's starting to disappear a bit, so it's all good. Thanks. What do we got here? All right. Thanks, everyone. The gold shorts ad. You'll be able to see the gold shorts ad. No shrinkage there, mate. No shrinkage. I show you the full Rocco there, mate. You got to see full Rocco. Thank you very much, everyone. Fantastic show. I did have a good time tonight. Make sure you catch us on all the shows. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and go Blues. What do you reckon, guys? Go Blues.
Go Richmond.
Go the Bombers.
For him and himself and everybody